Alrighty then. Well then, welcome back to Alterra. Shall we get started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
VoD.
Welcome back to episode 119, part 3 of Journey to the Jungle. Will we ever get to the jungle? Not this side of the year.
Definitely not this point.
I'm pretty sure I'm only available next week, and then I'm off for the 27th and the 3rd.
That sounds right. Yep.
Yeah.
But let's see if we can at least arrive at the jungle by the end of this year.
Probably.
Or I might just skip a couple random encounters and get there regardless, so we're starting in the jungle next year.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hold your breath.
It's a jungle next year.
It's a jungle next year. Right, though. Currently we have one player down. Zormir will be unconscious once more. And Randy will just be piloting the ship. That's what Randy does now.
Randy is in automaton mode.
Yep. And Gwent is still hungover from the party that was a couple days ago.
Yep.
You have departed from... You've departed from the little good guys and their ship, the Nightfall. And you have gone on your separate ways.
Also, fuck you, you're not in the Roll20.
Am I not?
Nope. I'll let you know that.
Yeah, there's been 20. Right, while you're now situated in there, let's start off with the classic voice check, mic check, and see what people actually remember about the last session if you were here, and or make wild, what was it, tales, expectations?
Accusations.
Wild accusations for those who weren't here of what you think happened in your drunken haze blackout state as your character comes to. Alvina,
That's a long
starting off.
fucking list.
Howdy, I am Wolfie Bane, I play Alvina Eleanor. We had one hell of a fight. Turns out these people were friendly though, who'd have guessed?
Friends in this universe?
Weird, it's so weird. And I know Alvina spent a good chunk of the party in an extremely heated debate as to which NPC is more adorable. Much to the embarrassment of the NPCs in question. With my doppelganger.
No, you did. That you did. Is there anything else you'd like to mention before we move on?
The hammer was really cool. We didn't get to see what happened, but what was his name? Alternate Zormir's hammer was really fucking cool. Just as a concept.
Ross, the leader
That was
of
it, Ross.
the party.
I knew it was. I was gonna go Chandler. I genuinely remembered it was someone from Friends, but I couldn't remember who.
I would have also accepted Joey.
Joey.
Touche.
I remember fighting someone, just continually punching them and not really doing much.
That was Ross.
That was Ross, yeah.
Because you could just evasion the hammer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and dodging the hammer. I mean, that's just standard for fuck you, Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. Lou Grimm.
Hi. I remember that Ross came out of nowhere and stopped me casting slow.
He didn't come out of nowhere. He was in the ship's defense hall, using the ship's defenses to prevent you casting slow.
You also nearly got
You
shot
wasn't
in
there
the
to
head.
begin with.
You also nearly
I
got.
mean the spellcaster. That wasn't Ross. Ross is the captain.
Oh, I thought that was Ross, sorry.
No.
No, that would be your counterpart. Ool.
Ooh.
Ool. Was the point before Winter Musfest?
Winterine Misfest.
Winter Fest. I apologize.
Thank you. And the other two lines of it.
I can't read the rest. I'm gonna be honest.
Neither can I actually. You might need to put
Was
this
the
in
point
chat
before
somewhere.
Winterine Fest night or the solstice, I guess.
Okay, it's it looks really odd.
Because-
You can,
It's like-
Because Chris reported what Christmas is called in Alterra after I'd typed that out.
did you know you can move the little name boxes at the bottom?
Can you?
Yeah, I've got mine at the top.
Yeah, I can actually move them all separately.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Is that new? That's
I've
definitely
got
new.
no idea.
It's been
Anyway.
the thing for years.
Twas the point before Winterine Mass Fest night or the solstice, I guess. What happened last time?
Oh. I stopped us murdering
Green
a bunch
giant.
of cool NPCs / them murdering us.
And that shit.
Met some met some lovely people. Yeah. I was about to say, and some non-lovely ones, but no, I think they're all just
They're all
generally
really
lovely.
nice, yeah.
Yeah, they're all really nice people. So,
Weird. They're the little good guys. They're the opposite of you.
yeah, that'll do it.
But
No, Alvina, you're not getting the Kraken.
No, it's fine. The Kraken's too sentient at the moment.
at the moment, what are you planning?
Well, no, the dragons are going to be more sentient later, is the main bit, so that's what I'm playing at the moment.
Okay.
I'm not
The
planning
Kraken
anything.
is Drax, not
I'm not
the dragons.
Exactly.
They've got pet beholders
It's
down
the
there.
beholders. It's the baby beholders, the spectators. I do want to know what devil is though, because I don't think we ever decided what devil is.
Devil? What do you mean devil?
Well, angels
The
are
owlbear.
owlbear,
The
so
North
clearly it's
owlbear.
called devil. So what is it?
Ah, there would be called devil. Okay.
Yeah, or demon, one of the two, whichever one you feel more appropriate. But probably devil with Alterra.
At
Oh,
least in this universe, because demons wouldn't exist yet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'd be an Umber Hulk, probably. That's another like classic, about the right size D&D monster.
So I was
Maybe.
thinking, I was thinking Griffin, because kind of like birdish body,
Griffin would make
mammalish
sense.
head.
It's
Yeah.
not like there needs to be an exact one-to-one
No.
here.
We need
Especially
to
when
be.
it comes to the NPC pets.
It needs to be special.
You know, they're just an analogy rival for you. They're not
Is
your
that-
actual doppelgangers from another universe.
It's there. We've been to the mirror universe,
We've been.
and it's not these guys.
It's not these guys. But it needs to be uncanny. It needs to be the point where it's so close it's uncanny.
True, it's true. But with that, because I finally found the random encounters table I built for this Astral Sea traveling.
Hey!
Yay.
Oh, it's actually under the nose, not above.
Hmm.
Hilarious. Before we get into the second week of travel to Izel, the realm of jungle, we'll go around each of the party member and tell us, you presumably set sail, well, worryingly, potentially the night of still drinking, because I don't think you ever stopped for like 48 hours.
Probably not.
And it wasn't until you were already on your merry way that you started to sober up from a night of festivities, or at least to a weekend of festivities. We'll go around and see how each of you are now handling this Monday after a Friday weekend party. Alvina, what are you up to?
Alvina's probably actually handling it amazingly well because she drinks everything out of her tankard, which makes her immune to alcohol. So she's probably up annoyingly early still for everybody else.
I can believe it. And what are your plans for today?
Well, probably for the first one, she's gone, right, people are still catatonic. I better make a good fry-up, because that helps everything. That cures every ailment.
Every element under the sun. You begin to do so. Touche. Where are you?
On the other ship.
How are you? And what are you up to today?
They're on the other ship.
I imagine Touche has been tied to the mast.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Okay. And how are
Like,
you?
Probably upside down.
Yeah, I was thinking upside down as
sick.
well.
And finally, what are your plans for the day upside down in the mast?
I mean, I assume that since he's upside down, he's probably thrown up and there's a puddle of sick below him.
Oh.
He's probably going to be trying to figure out a way to get down without landing in the puddle of sick.
Well, we'll tune back in 8 hours to see if you succeeded. Luke Grimm, how are you after this weekend of festivities?
And I'd probably be praying to die.
Pray!
Hence the
Good
grave
God.
cleric.
We went hard this weekend.
Well, I mean, he had to. He's a robot body now, right?
Yeah.
How drunk can you get while a robot? Extremely. You just have to really try.
So, where are you and what are your plans for the day?
And At this point, I'd probably still be in my bed.
Oh, ignore that.
Bang!
Oh no, the ship is on fire. It smells faintly of sick.
Oh.
No.
So Louis spending the day in bed, are they?
They'll probably get up and like
You get up at like 2 o'clock in
ask
the afternoon,
what
aren't you?
we're doing now.
Continuing traveling twice hell.
Well, that's
You
the
got
plan.
like 3 more weeks on this on this travel.
Where am I?
There you go, dude.
Now, what he'd be doing is he would have borrowed Alvina's book of
Death.
Evilmancy,
In the book of evil.
going through it, finding select spells.
It's not spells, it's
It's not spelled with clue.
elemancy.
Yeah, well, that's not the book I'm looking for then.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Allomancy books are basically philosophy of the respective element. Would you like to understand the concepts of evil? Try to attune to the concepts of evil. Be the concepts of evil.
I mean, he's currently tied to the mast, so.
No, that's the other one. Lou's
Oh.
also not tied to the mask. We can tie Lou to the mask if he wants. But
No, say, the concept of evil is currently tied to the mast.
yeah.
Alright, yeah, no, I don't.
Oh, fuck you, the concept of evil.
Veering
Maybe
away
not
from
from show.
that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I quite like the idea of just Lou will piss like, reminds me of the training manual from my old cult days. Wow, this is kind of watered down shit.
This is the watered down version.
That's not the right way to eat a baby.
You have to cook it first.
You need to get the right baby oil.
Oh my god.
Moving on! What's the point?
So the point is eating a baby.
No!
No, it's the point won't be hungover because he doesn't drink apart from when cursed by a mad god.
By a god.
So, but he's
Yeah,
socially
but you just
exhausted.
stuffed your
So,
face.
so no one will have seen the point for like 36 hours because he's just in bed sleeping.
No, it's you'll have been drinking the, what's it called? Virgin Sam Vimes, isn't that the one from the book?
Yeah, one of them.
Where it's like, it's effectively alcohol, but it's not in any way alcoholic.
Yeah. The point gets drunk just socially, just through empathy.
Just the energy in the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
Same.
valid. Very valid. So you all go about your day and taking most of you taking it easy, all the NPCs taking it easy. Let's have a go around. 1 second, I need to summon up some additional energy to calculate what the NPCs are all up to. Okay, let's start with the sword is still asleep. That's a nice easy one. It
Easy.
doesn't wake up until you get Twizel. Because they got too many goddamn other NPCs to deal with right now.
Yep.
The butlers are absolutely fine. They just went around like with trays of alcohol.
They were just doing
The
the butler
entire
job. Yeah.
They were just being butlers.
Yeah.
Whenever they weren't in the middle of walking around with trays of alcohol, you did actually notice they were having casual conversation with the planetars.
I suspect.
After all, planetars and the devils aren't actually enemies. Especially not in this world, because they only devised the like antagonistic mythology in response to basically a story for noise civilizations. Basically, the gods created a carrot and a stick in the form of the angels and the devils.
They're just like business associates, effectively.
Yeah, here they're actually probably well, they would have been old comrades if these devils weren't newly born and actually had a past.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of discussions with obviously the Pythians wanting to kind of know more about devils and angels. The angels having not seen the devil in thousands of years since the Devil War, in which a lot of them were killed off. So you actually notice that they are on good terms, which may or may not come surprising to those from the main sphere, depending on how much you actually know about the true cosmology of the universe and not just the biblical one.
Alvina might not know either.
If the
You missed it.
future is truly written, we've rewrote it already.
You don't have to unlearn biases if you never had them to begin with.
Yep. Why do you not know him? I didn't know there was anything. I don't know what either of these things were.
I barely remember there being gods in the main sphere. Drax has a new pep in their step, and you actually occasionally, not only throughout the night of the weekends, but also even into Monday, occasionally get this little psionic blip where it feels like you can hear humming in the air nearby you, and yet there is no visible source of it. Drax made good friends with the Kraken during your
Oh
voyage.
no.
How good for him.
Fair enough. By the way, Chris, when you said pep, I misheard it as pet, and I got very concerned. Drax has a new pet.
Same.
I went,
I
what?
heard pet as well.
Where?
Yeah, that's fair. And this phenomenon has continued into the early Monday mornings, as I'm pretty sure Drax doesn't actually need to sleep that often. They will just effectively hibernate for long periods of time in order to think on something specific, and then they'll come up, and then just won't need to sleep until they have another query to ponder in their head.
Fair.
So even in the early mornings while you're trying to sleep in at the point, because you are closest to the phenomenon while they are in their workshop, you just get this annoying little humming as if someone's in the room.
Oh no. I would just occasionally shout, "Shut up!" Trying to sleep.
Knock on the wall.
Just thump on the.
Oh wait, that's the headboard.
Oh, wait, that's my closet.
Abigail is feeling relatively fine. She had a few drinks, but is normally the level-headed one off her group and is normally the designated driver. So by sheer habit, she was just kind of keeping an eye on everyone, and she was having a great time just discussing with the other party, learning different moves.
Yeah.
So she and she is already up and early in the what I'm going to say is the improvised training area in the center deck. Like you just put a little yoga square mat down and then just do like a several just like weapon strikes and everything.
Yep.
So even as by the time Alvina comes out of the kitchen, you notice that Abby is there in the early mornings, already going through her training regime.
I mean, it is
She
fun.
is as she has been growing in power, she has been getting even more diligent in her training.
Yeah. Proud of her.
I'm scared to hear about what Tarragon was up to.
The point bot is nowhere to be seen.
Oh god, again.
We left Point Bot behind.
It's fine, they can be summoned.
Just dancing through everything.
Yep.
Now that we down here, should draw like a little.
Getting
So-
through the
so
barrel of
Mary-
oil.
So-
I'll probably pull out my sending stone and say, "Has anyone seen Point Bot?"
No, I don't think I saw him. So Zormir and him were like swaying at the side of the ship. I haven't seen him since.
Zormir, leave my robot alone.
Snoring noises come over the sending stone.
I'll find him later.
Oh, it's true, it's true. Sawed off the edgy teenager, never came out of their room.
Oh,
Which is a different dimension still.
Just different dimension. Look, you gave him
not
a equivalent
a
of
minute.
video games in there.
Oh, it's not the minute. Okay.
Didn't even know there was a party.
The spell only lasts like 24 hours, and if it doesn't cast it every day, it just doesn't exist.
Oh, fair enough.
Interesting.
Tarragon?
Blob.
Oh, Blob.
Blob next. That's who it was. I was trying to remember fucking Blob's name.
So simple, it's hard to remember.
Blob is stuck in a bottle of some previous whiskey and has been unable to retrieve themselves from the bottle. Nobody has noticed them yet, for they have rolled under one of the tables.
Oh no.
So is that
I mean, they do
basically
say
like
the answer is not. They do say the answer is not at the bottom of a bottle.
I mean, in this case, I think
halfway up, I believe. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The answer is in the top of the bottle as well, because they fill the whole thing.
Yep.
Alvina will
Yeah,
eventually.
when you say they're in the bottle, I'm imagining like that Futurama episode.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with Fry in the bottle. Yes, that's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm imagining.
Yeah. So Alvina will find him eventually when she's cleaning up the kitchen, probably.
It is fair. Jones went all out and seemed to drink everyone under the table. And even by the end, was still just hyperactively running around. At no point did Jones show any sign of slowing down from overconsumption.
Gotta love being a werewolf.
Yeah,
Or just Jones, possibly.
Or just Jones, possibly.
Yeah, it might be either.
Super metabolism.
Yeah.
Lucas spent all of the night only drinking their own wine
I believe it.
and
Yes,
was
wine.
just lurking in various corners, not partaking in any conversations.
They just, every time people move out of the room they're in, they just walk through another room and just find another corner to lurk in. And just keep staring.
Exactly. And Im spent the entire weekend pretending and role-playing as just a fire genasi. And very evidently failing, but the little good guys were being too polite to mention anything
I believe.
about who exactly is this person. Maybe we shouldn't ask.
It's like, this is a really powerful fire elemental. That's all we can really tell. But she's trying, so...
Gotta
Well,
respect
if we-
that, okay.
Yeah, if we've got the Princess of the Fire Elementals, do they have the Princess of the Water Elementals?
No. Because again, not the exact
I
opposite.
think this is one case where it's like, it might be a bit weird. We're not gonna hunt
This
down
is
the
a
rival
special
part.
example.
Yeah.
Angel is somehow ended up in the storage room upstairs. Nobody's quite sure how or when they got there. They were assumed to be securely locked downstairs at the start of the party. And yet at one point, maybe when Alvina or someone else was like tipfully looking for people and stumbled into here, just found a Angel eating through a box of salted fish.
good girl.
I've got some strange, like, image there. So you know that moment in Kung Fu Panda where, like, Poe's on the top shelf of the cookie jar, just like, don't tell monkey. I'm just imagining that, but with Angel.
Good girl.
And then finally, Karzag and Tarragon. Karzag does need a little break or a holiday. Question is what to do with Tarragon. I think she's going to ask Tarragon to stay in her room, to which Tarragon will ignore after a little bit. But Karzag was absolutely like gone in the first 3 hours. Karzag was that problematic drinker who has not had a night off in months and overcompensated way too hard. She just downed several spirits at the beginning of the night, and within 3 hours was already just like falling over tables. Like an hour later, you definitely caught her throwing up in a pot and putting it back into the kitchen cupboard.
I find
And then
that.
for like midway through the night is just in a corner somewhere sleeping already, just all through the noise. Had to be carried back to the ship.
Yeah.
Karzag and Touche were partying together.
No, because Karsai got left in your ship, and the party was on their ship. Well, technically, it was spilled across the two ships, but majority on their ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tarragon has been doing God knows what in her own free time.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I think. I hope.
You only saw her at like one point, the point when you came back to grab something from your room,
Oh no.
and you noticed the door to the lab was open, and as you peeked in, Tarragon was holding a book, reading it. Did you interrupt her?
I would have tried to work out what book it was first.
That's fair. That's fair.
She was hiding in a different book.
She might have been.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's see. You have enough capabilities to. I think you would have been able to see it. She was looking through a book that Draz requested a good couple months back when you were Bastion, kind of during your time of Bastion, you constantly complain of like, if I can't leave this goddamn ship because of this buzzing noise outside, can you at least like just pick me up a lot of new books I've not read?
Mm.
And you notice that she is reading one called "The Core Psyche of the Noid Condition."
Isn't she like? How old is she
11, I think.
again?
12. She was 12.
Hey, buddy.
So if I saw, I would just turn to, I just look and go, "Doing okay, bud?"
She's just gonna glare at you again.
Yeah, she turns her hand and glares at you. And you feel as if there's a slight strain in her eyes, as if she's kind of squeezing and trying to like do something to you. And then she stops and turns back to the book.
It's like Sheldon. Just
Okay.
trying to explode your head.
Okay, don't stay up too late now. I think Drax might be coming back here soon. But good for
Okay.
reading.
He's not.
And you eventually go back. But it's not clear what Aragon spent the rest of the 2 days doing. Gwent, welcome.
Hello.
We were just recanting what everyone was doing during the Friday weekend party, long party, and how you're all doing this Monday morning. I believe we just finished all of the NPCs, if I remember everyone.
Yeah.
Golems weren't really doing anything. Professor was just floating around talking to people. Gwen, what were you doing for the Friday night party that lasted all the way up to Sunday night before you headed off and finally woke up on Monday?
I'm going to say if there was a party, probably go a little bit on the drunk side.
Yep, that's what we thought.
And then was in the kitchen trying to convince Alvina to make more extravagant finger food.
Yeah, actually, you can do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just like, I want some hummus, but make it spicy. Very spicy.
I can do that. That's why you're in. That's why you're in the coma. I think the next day.
Now, before we get into rolling the first of the, or before we roll the second week encounter tables, we have last week to finish up, as after all, I gave you all a little challenge to pass the weekend.
Yep.
As we did a meme off for this party. Now, I believe the fairest way to do this is, would anyone like to nominate any particular memes that were posted? And then we can all do a small cheer or matter, and I'll pick arbitrary whichever one I think had the biggest cheers. Please don't break the mics.
I really liked the concept, because I imagine that Lou and I can't remember the name, and Yule
Ooh.
we're having an argument with spellcasting at each other for counterspelling, because Lou felt a bit butthurt about that. So we're going, I bet you can't do it again. Which I think-
Yes, but was that any of the memes in the chat?
I think it was, because that was the one that is like
I'll go.
Lou, because it was like Lou when how they countered Lou casting. I'm assuming that was what it was supposed to be.
Because I thought it was Ross, so I had like how Ross countered Lou casting slow. It's like,
Fair, that's fair. Any other nomination? Personally, I think I
I'm
want
going
to nominate just
say the
all of
one-
Stormir's done with this memes.
Yeah.
See the one Wolfie posted at 126 on the 6th. The hot face is probably what I imagine Gwen's face after. That is a spicy hummus.
The argument about who's cuter out of Alan and Abigail as well.
that was halfway in this one. Yeah, Alvina and Annie arguing.
That's fair, that's fair. It sounds like we have 3 nominees so far. We've got, who actually posted the Lou meme?
Lou did.
Was it you?
I did.
Yeah.
There we go. We have the Lou. There's a bunch of scrolling back here. I have to see.
It's a
We have the Lou memes posted by Lou. We have the just a constant Frankie shipbuilding, exasperatedly done with this of Zormia. And then we have, I guess, Alvina's arguing one.
Yeah.
What was the second one?
It was also
Technically, the hot face
it
was
was-
also
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Alright, those are your three. Alright, give us a cheer for Lou and their cryptic memes.
Woo!
Yay!
So encouraging.
That was pretty good. Zormir and their exasperated just done with this. Oh, too stale at this point. Everyone's like, no, that's just Zormir.
I'm trying.
And last but not least, Alvina arguing about who is cuter, Alan or Abigail, and Abigail's reaction.
Woo!
Yay!
Hey!
All right then. I guess we have a winner, and it is Alvina arguing
Yay!
with what's her name? I've already forgotten. Oh my god. my
Annie.
brain's so dead today. I'm like, sorry to be 2 weeks. I've forgotten all the other NPCs I've made. They're
Yep.
they're written down in notes now. I'll have to deal with them until they show back up again.
Yep.
Do like a random encounter. All right then. I believe it's time to get a boon. Let's go to the boon random rolling table.
Hell yeah.
Let's see what boons we have. Yeah, why not? Let's do a. Probably shouldn't be too high. Probably be a bless. Oh, is that the ones I used previously? That is the ones I've used previously. Yeah, let's just use 7. Alright, roll me a d8. If you roll an 8, you get to roll twice.
Cool.
Don't roll 2d8.
1d8, right?
D8.
7. Oh,
Twice
close.
2 more, or
Ha!
That's for you, points. You didn't win the meme off.
oh,
Alvina won the meme off.
I'm definitely paying attention.
And you said you weren't drunk.
I'm still trying to do work because if I finish this off, I can actually have Christmas.
Fair.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. Do that. All right, Alvina. You gain 1 blessing of the good guys. And you can give this to whoever you would like as a present or keep it for yourself.
Ooh, okay.
You can give it to any of the NPCs or any of the other players. But you get a blessing of weapon enchantment.
Ooh.
So any non-magical weapon in whoever's possession who gains this boon or gains this blessing becomes a +1 weapon whenever they wield it.
Ah, that is really cool. Who would want that? You know what? I think Alvina will give it as a gift. It doesn't get a +1 enchantment on top of whatever it is. It's a non-magical weapon, turns into a +1, right?
Correct.
I think that would be a good one. Honestly, for Tarragon. I think that would be a good one for Tarragon.
That's fair. So anything Targon picks up now becomes a magically enchanted weapon.
Yeah.
Good to know, good to know. You can now stab anyone with anything.
Yep. Any weapon.
Good thing she likes me.
Yeah, good thing
Yep.
she's not got any beef against you at all, right?
Alright, we have 5 people here, and I only do 5 of the 7 travel days have potential of an encounter. So, everyone, roll me that d6, and let's see how busy your week ahead is looking in this void between realms.
4.
Remember,
Oh, I actually didn't get one for once.
Ooh,
3,
we're
4.
looking for
Oh, there we
1s
go.
and 6s.
Will I roll again since we've already got 4?
No.
No, you don't.
Don't we pigeonhole ourselves?
Yeah, that's fine. It's not like each individual number. It's just if anybody rolls a 1 or a 6, there is a negative or positive outcome.
No, okay.
And we got
So it looks like we only have 1 random encounter this week. fantastic, because maybe that way we'll actually get to do more than one week's travel
Yeah.
today.
Nah.
There's a chance. Not a high chance,
There's a
but there is a chance.
All right, so the rest of your Monday goes swimmingly. You do not need to fight anything while hungover. Congratulations. Tuesday comes and goes, and you're all doing whatever you do to pass the time, studying, doing chores on the ship. Eventually, you are able to re-summon Point Bot back, and as you do, you find what appears to be asleep Zormir cuddling attached to the Point Bot, having been teleported back with them. It would appear the two managed to go overboard and have been missing for the last 2 days.
We didn't notice that Zolme was also missing.
I thought he was inside the thing still. You know, tinkering.
The point just makes note to fit Point Bot with wings at some point.
That's I think what we all assumed, that Zolme was in the thing. He actually was floating in space.
Yeah.
We don't know is that Zormir came out once during the night and was given some drink by Ross. And the two of them got talking so much about ship repairs that Zormir ended up getting drunk under the table and eventually fell overboard with Point Bot.
Oh.
He didn't go wandering and finding a mad god this time.
I have a feeling that isn't fully what happened. I'm feeling what happened is they got boasting about their ships too much. It was, no, my ship's better, no, my ship's better, no, my ship's better. If your ship's better, it can catch you. Push.
Nah, Ross
Not
doesn't
fully
seem like-
malicious.
What?
Too drunk for that to be fully malicious.
Honestly, I've got a different vote. I think that they were both really, really hammered, and Zombie was carried away politely by Point Bot. And Zombie was so heavy and drunk that he just took them both over the side.
We may never know.
Mm.
It's funnier that way.
Yep.
But that was Tuesday after the Point had woken up from their Monday day-long nap.
Good.
Wednesday also came and gone, as well as Thursday. Wait, is that Thursday? Where are we? Fuck, I've lost my position. No, because it's Thursday where it's the one. Wednesday came and went, and again, nothing happened. A good little bit of recovery as Thursday came. And at some point on Thursday, which will be determined by what you roll on this table, something occurs.
Yay.
Fuck you.
Not something.
Roll me a... oh, the way I've been doing this is a D8 for the top and lower, so this will be the top one. So roll me a D8. I think it's 8. I don't know. Roll me a D8 for table. And I'll just count backwards.
Yeah.
Gonna add more than 14 things to this list.
Hey.
Ooh.
Alright, you rolled the highest possible good reward
Yay.
Hey.
as you notice something floating towards you, towards the ship. As Alvina, you were probably the first one to spot it on one of your watches in the void. You notice what appears to be a beautifully glistening gold chest just floating in the middle of the astral sea. What would you like to do?
All
I
you
mean-
hear is Touche going, mine.
We find loot, right? Just go loot.
The loot box.
Loot! Loot ahoy!
Loot!
Let me
Actually, it's more of a
check it
hurdy-gurdy.
first.
Oh, okay.
Just check it, please, before bringing it on board.
Look, I've got a feeling that Alvina is very much like Freerun. It doesn't matter if it's a mimic. It could be loot still.
Yeah, if it's a mimic, we deal with it. If it's not a mimic, loot.
It's not like Freerun Alvina just got the brute strength. It's like, yep, it was a mimic, as she's walking around with the mimic still biting her.
Quite funny, that's quite funny. But you steer the ship towards the loot if there's no objections.
Don't hear any.
Mild objections of just be careful, somebody. Brings up a medical bag and puts it on the top of the
You
ship.
bring out the first aid kit already. See, we're taking precautions, Gwen.
Mhm.
Alright. Few loot, I guess? That's what it does. You're tier 3, why not? It says 3 loot. Who knows, it might still be a mimic. Eventually, you fly just under the box and catch it in the astral field around the ship, and it drops to the ship's floor. It is a beautifully, fully, what appears to be a dark hardwood with gold, metallic braces and lining around the box, as well as this beautifully, what appears to be a sapphire gem encrusted lock on the front with a little
Ooh.
keyhole designed into it. It is a bejeweled treasure chest. What would
Ooh.
you like to do?
Shotgun the box,
Did you say shotgun the box?
as in claiming the box.
Oh, okay.
Touche's already claimed it.
Yeah.
You've
But...
claimed what's inside. I'm claiming the box.
It says
No, I
now.
think fuck you
No.
might want the box more. So that.
Can we check it for traps from a distance? Somebody.
Hey, look at it.
You look. It looks like a beautifully golden chest with a sapphire lock. I don't know what else you want.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
what
there's
it
a trap.
sees.
Don't think there's a trap.
I'll look at the mechanism for the lock, at least.
I'll do my +0 investigation on it.
All right. Well, give me an investigation check for anyone who wants to look for
5.
traps.
And then an 18 for some reason.
8.
I
11.
don't know why that rolled that.
That wasn't even an
Alright,
investigation.
I'm not cleaning the. Well, I guess I clean up the
Oh,
reroll.
was the
parts.
18 your freebie roll for the day? Maybe. Because you've got the portent, don't you?
As if Ben remembers that.
Yeah, let's say it's that then.
I'm assuming it rolled it automatically. It might be just a thing in a cell now because it didn't have a modifier on the.
No, I think it's just a bug with Beyond 20.
Oh, fair enough. I was ready. Oh, maybe you can type in portent now. It does it automatically. That'd be cool.
Does it?
I don't know. I don't use
Who knows?
Beyond.
Who
I
knows?
don't really.
All right. Who's got the highest investigation check for traps?
I believe that's me.
Lou.
Lou with 21.
Yep.
Lou, as far as you can kind of see, kind of going around the edge of the box, shiny little lights through the tiny little like crack along the edge, trying to see if there's anything that's glistening or glittering. You touch it, you poke it with a stick, it doesn't get attached to it. You give it a little knock here or there, trying to look for any hull compartments. Being careful. Just be like a little finger tap here and there, trying to see if how's the internal structure of it. I don't know how you guys imagine checking for traps looks, but
Lick it.
I imagine it's just a lot of just very slowly knocking on things. You just pull out
Get
a
the stethoscope
stethoscope.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, you pull out a little portable X-ray machine. No, yeah, it looks clear.
Lou just summoned a bunch of religious medical equipment.
It
Machine that
looks
goes
clear.
ping.
It seems to be good. So you're good to open it.
Cool. Should we pick the lock first, or should I break it open? Pick the lock probably safer,
Pick the lock.
right?
It's a nice box.
It's a nice lock.
Mhm.
I'm just going to cast a spell
No,
magic
no,
on
no,
it.
no, 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 no.
Just
No,
because.
Alvida, stand in the way. Alvida, stop it.
What if it's a chest of holding?
What if it's got magic stuff in it?
To be fair, dispel magic doesn't help magic item.
No, but it might.
It suppresses it
No,
for like
just
a
spell
minute.
Alpina doesn't know that.
That's
I mean,
fair.
it would stop if it's got like glyph of warding or alarm on it or something like that.
But that means that
What if, I don't know, a floating, nice looking chest could be a trap? Let's just aim that way.
But Lou said
It should also be noticed that even dispel magic follows the standard magic casting rules, which is you have to have a direct line towards it uninterrupted, such as by wooden chest.
wooden chest.
So if the magic is inside the chest, dispelling it doesn't do anything. It only dispels it on the
That's
chest.
fine. At the moment, just the chest is fine for
But
me.
what if it's a magic chest?
Well, it will still be a magic chest.
To
But
It just depends on if it has any spells cast in it.
be fair, I'm completely used to the Pathfinder one where it actually does turn off magic items potentially. Permanently can destroy magic items, dispel magic.
I mean,
higher
an
level.
anti-magic field can do that as well.
No, it's in
Destroy it.
in Pathfinder.
No, it
It's
doesn't
like
destroy it, just
it's like a
turns the magic off.
counteract check. It's quite
yeah,
high,
dispel-
but there is a thing for it.
Spell. Well, I don't actually know if it does it by base, but traditionally, maybe a homebrew rule. Spell magic suppresses a magic item for 1 minute.
Yeah.
I think that might be homebrew.
Possibly so much of the shit I do is homebrew because it's just better.
Yeah.
Makes more sense.
Does make more sense.
Makes it fun for a little bit.
Yeah. So who's
No.
got?
It's like, that's a nice
Yeah.
magic sword you got. Go away for a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Are we casting Dispel Magic or not? It's
Yes.
Between Alvina and Gwent.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay, they talk you down. They
He gets
say,
around.
you know, they just flat out tell you, like, don't worry, I won't destroy anything inside, even if they believe it or not.
Yeah.
You'll never know if it was magical.
Never know.
Alvina will never
And
know.
I'm okay with this.
I don't know. Alvina's secretly a magic
So
genius.
save
She
dragons.
is secretly a magic genius. Remember, guys, she hacked
It's
multiple.
a secret even to herself.
Okay. You cast Dispel Magic, and some form of shielding seems to shatter around it as it does when magic is dispelled.
No,
Whatever magic it had on the chest is no more.
you broke it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a nice chest.
The
Chest
chest.
physically is still intact.
Oh, but the chest now looks shit.
Mm.
There's actually an illusion spell. It's just a shitty little wooden box now.
Taking the
Frankly,
glow off
even
it,
better. And there's your shitty box point.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
you are allowed dibs on it.
No, it's still a beautiful golden chest. It's just whatever magic was on it that, to be fair, I don't think anyone ever identified it
Nope.
because nobody used detect magic.
None of us knew it was magical.
It's now gone.
None of us knew it was magical. Who's got lockpicks, by the way?
Fuck.
I've got lockpicks.
Touche does.
Yeah, someone unlock it.
Let the goblin.
I do have proficiency with lockpicks, but that's just the basic sleight of hand, so that would be
Oh.
like an extra +3 to that, so dirty 20.
Ooh, dirty 20. You go in there. This is a very lovely lock. More aesthetics than functionality-wise. Looks gorgeous, but in your professional opinion, not a particularly solid lock. Definitely bought it for fun.
I imagine Touche just goes, okay, so I'm going to be really delicate. It puts as soon as he puts the lockpick in, it just opens. Like, oh, okay.
Very delicate. I'm impressed.
Sure, it
Yeah,
wasn't a
pretty impressive,
terrible
yeah,
lock.
yeah.
It was a DC 15. So it was more than a basic lock. But also it wasn't a like actually super secure 20 or 25 lock.
It was like
Mhm.
one you'd have in like the lock to your back garden shed or something.
Yeah.
No, that's a DC 10.
It's a DC 10.
A DC 15 is like a maybe slightly outdated jail cell in a country town. It's
Ah,
still
okay.
pretty good. It does the job, but it's not the most complicated or sophistical thing in the world
A
anymore.
drunk's not gonna open it.
Yeah.
By accident.
But you managed to do so, and as you do notice that inside there is a lining of a very thin perimeter of what was this? It was silver and copper arcanite. So there's a
Ooh.
little band
Ooh.
around the lip of the rectangular lip of the actual chest that you recognize to be copper and silver arcanite. Which
Copper, you say?
I'm about to say, don't you need that point?
Yep.
I just love it. Which I believe the point would know the kind of most common usage for that. So it's normally used for more sophisticated like demi-plane vaults. So it is effectively a more sophisticated bag of holding.
And Gwent turned it off. Probably.
No, like I said, it didn't touch any.
It didn't touch the lining. The lining's the bag of holding.
Okay, fine.
So that is still functioning absolutely fine. For no, it was just magical enhancement to protect it from asteroids on the exterior.
Oh, fair.
Okay.
It would have only come into play if you tried to smash the box open and got rebounded by the same amount of force.
Ow. That would have hurt.
Now you can smash it open if you want. Now it's just a regular box. Well, a regular box with a demi-plane vault inside.
Oh god, I've just realised if
Nice.
Alvina had punched it, she'd have taken siege damage because it's an object, but she's not. But two pounds the same amount of damage.
Ooh.
Can I peer inside this box? Is it box sized or?
Great.
So
Yeah,
it's not
how
ridiculous
big
good.
is the box?
But it is bigger on the inside than out. So rather than being a chest size, it appears to almost be a large trunk size.
Yeah, makes sense.
Fuck you, has a TARDIS.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Get inside. We'll Travel you in
Here,
time and
here, go
space.
somewhere
And
else.
more importantly, as you open it, you are blinded by the glittering light reflecting off so much loot inside.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Fuck you has a gold TARDIS.
Gold.
I'm still interested in the box.
Luke TARDIS.
As you glance at it, what are your eyes first peering towards? Are you looking for anything large, weapon-shaped in this literal pile of treasure? Because I rolled for a horde. I think I rolled for a pile.
Jesus. Alvina would definitely be looking out for.
Right.
I mean, I imagine
equipment.
fuck you's just vibrating on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you look for a potion? Do you look for any sort of spell scrolls or books or tomes? What is each party member looking for? Just, you will eventually be able to go through the whole list. But
Yeah.
I'm more curious about the characteristic of what is your eye immediately drawn to? What is your mind latch onto immediately? Alvina, we'll start with yourself.
Alvina definitely goes towards like equipment, so like weapons, boots, gauntlets, that kind of stuff.
There is
Eagle.
one item, as I double check what the actual things in here. What's the large? Ooh, this.
Oh no.
One second.
What did I get? What did
Professor
I get?
Scant the second.
Not for you. This actually might be interesting for Gwen. I'm actually curious if it's useful for them or not.
Ooh.
But we'll come back to that in a second. But the thing that probably draws your eye immediately is the large hammer.
Another hammer, yay.
It is.
Just got one.
I did.
Look, it was a random loot table. Oh wait.
I get a second hammer though, that's the important bit.
I'm trying to think if you already have this.
You can have like two hammers
I
in
have-
your back.
I have
and a sword in
I have
between.
3 hammers. I have the Force Breaker hammer, and I have obviously Imix's hammer, which is definitely not another Imix's hammer. Not Sulfur. I have Sulfuron hammer. Smoldress, that was his
said
name.
there was
You can
3?
combine hammers.
No, now I have 3 because it's this one.
Oh, right, okay. Well, congratulations, as your mind immediately shoots towards the legendary Hammer of Thunderbolts.
Oh my god! Wait a minute, guys! I need to steal Zomi's gloves. I think that gives me strength 30.
Oh wow!
Dear Lord.
If I've got Ibelta Giants, and if that's the one I think it is, that might be. Is that the one that combos with the Belter Giant strength and the Gauntlets of Ogre power?
Yes.
It is. Oh my god. Of Thunderbolt. Is it a
That's for your
Warhammer or
eyes.
is it a Maul?
Um,
'Cause I think it's default.
generic variety, legendary. Its image looks like a great hammer, but I don't think it actually says. I think it could be any.
I'd prefer it to be a Warhammer if that's possible.
It looks two-handed at least.
Yeah. Well, Warhammer's got versatile, so it can be either. So.
Yeah, let's go for that. You can go up there. I'll put the list in a second because
Yep.
these should all be like just standard items. I know this is homebrew,
Yeah.
so you can all go look up shit how it works later.
Yep.
Ooh, cool. You got 2 of those. All right. Touche. What does your eyes immediately latch on to?
I mean, I imagine his eyes are just darting all over the place, and just whatever looks the shiniest.
What does this do?
Oh, no.
Okay. You find a orb in the just off
Oh,
to
is
the
it another
side
orb of
the-
Vimix?
It appears to have a spiraling aurora borealis inside it, and at the center of it, floating, is a small piece of void arcanite. Actually, would it be? Sorry, violet arcanite.
Mm.
You can
Violet.
learn more in a second. Gwent, what do your eyes immediately look for?
Danger!
Fair.
Danger, danger. High voltage.
Voltage.
You spot like half buried under I assume coins. Are there coins in? Oh, coins in. I think it's actually just items and potions. Huh.
No, neat.
Under a bunch of potions. What appears to shit. Where did I put that? Because it image on it. I want to see the image for inspiration. Okay. What can only be described as a particularly menacing-looking satchel. Its eyes seem to stare at you threateningly.
It's a handbag with a brick in it.
I know what this is.
The point, what do your eyes immediately draw to?
Something that looks stylish but functional. So something that you look at and go, that does something. I don't know if it's something useful, but it does something. Like, what I'm picturing in my head is, do you know those toys that are essentially lights that spin on the end of a stick?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah.
You can get
essentially.
them at circuses.
Yeah, those.
Does this have an
Why
image?
are they practical?
It's like, not necessarily practical use, just something that goes, ooh, that has moving parts.
Okay.
As long as it's not small.
What do you look like? Do you have an image for me? You do not have an image for me.
Oh no.
Well, I'm just going to assume that you look like a just most beautiful wand ever.
Yay.
Ooh.
You spot a wand that has a simplicity to it, a sleek metallic design that tapers off into this slightly bold point. It's got almost looks angelic in its magnificence. It looks like you could command armies with this wand.
Yoink.
No, I have not always picked the most powerful items for your descriptions, only what seems appropriate.
Yeah.
But as you spend time siphoning through the items, Alvina already learned that their weapon was the Hammer of Thunderbolts. You eventually learn that the item that Touche immediately picks up is the Common Orb of Time.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Gwent spotted and very wisely deciphered not to put anything into the Bag of Devouring.
No, we can use that. We can use a bag of devouring.
And
I know exactly how you want to use the bag of devouring.
Yes, you do. It's a famous bit.
And the point, you learn that the item that looks so majestic is a Wand of Conducting.
Oh, I think that's really cool.
Okay, of course. That makes sense.
Oh wait, I'm thinking
But
of the wrong one.
among all of that, you also find an animated shield, a manual of quickness of action, ring of protection, and a staff of healing, a headband of intellect, a jar, I think it comes in, I can't remember, of sovereign glue,
Sovereign glue.
and a ammunition of Slayer. That would be, I normally do times 20, so 20 ammunition of slaying, presumably arrows or bolts or whatever.
Mhm.
We already did the Bag of Devouring. Some +3 ammunition, again times 20. Bag of, oh my god, is that a second Bag of Devouring?
Yes.
There are 2 bags of devouring on this list. I did not spot the second one underneath.
What happens when you put a bag of devouring inside a bag of devouring?
What if
For
it eats-
science.
Well, no, we need these. These are really handy.
You find some very nice looking horseshoes of the Zephyr. They come in a set of 4 as a magic action. You can touch one of the horseshoes to the hoof of a horse or similar creature, whereupon the horseshoe affixes itself to the hoof. Removing a horseshoe also takes a magic action. I have no idea what the fuck magic action is or why that's there.
It's ju-
That's a
Is that a new thing?
yes, a 6e ish thing.
Weird.
Or
While
5.5
all
thing.
horseshoes are affixed to the hooves of a horse or similar creature, they allow creatures to move normally while floating 4 inches above the surface. This effect means the creature can cross or stand above non-solid or unstable surfaces such as water or lava. The creature leaves no marks and ignores difficult terrain. In addition, the creature can travel for up to 12 hours a day without gaining exhaustion levels from extended travel.
The annoying part, I think Gwent already has special horseshoes on.
Yeah.
I do
Aren't
have
they- aren't
horseshoes
they-
of speed.
Out of speed. As I say, weren't they the spider climb ones, which is
No.
essentially...
It's the one that gives
Well-
them the massive movement. But...
You now have the option of changing out your shoes from shoes of speed to shoes of fuck terrain.
Unfortunately, I've already got the finger free action, which is fuck terrain.
It doesn't let you float on lava.
Yeah, just let you run over lava though, without actually getting burnt.
Exactly. See,
This
use
is what me
cases.
can combine them together.
Oh, we're gonna Terraria this?
Never, I've never asked him for anything.
We're gonna get a
Yeah, these
Terraria
are
thing?
very rare. Probably not. I guess 2 very rares make a legendary. As well as you find a potion of gaseous form, a level 5 spell scroll that you find has commune in it. A potion of stone giant strength, a potion of invisibility, a bead of force,
Oh, nice.
a potion of invulnerability, oil of etherealness, a potion of invulnerability. Ooh. That's just resistance to all damage for a minute.
Yep.
Scroll of protection against celestials, a potion of fire resistance, a elemental gem emerald, which is a water elemental,
Ooh, that'll be
a
handy.
bag of holding,
Yeah, another one.
a elemental gem blue sapphire for an air elemental, a potion of fire resistance, a
Another one.
pilfer of love,
Guilt of love.
an unbreakable arrow, an orb of time, which we already mentioned, and the one of conducting, which we already mentioned. So there you go. That is all your loot gained from what? Free loot.
From the
Random
random loot crate.
From the random loot crate.
Encounter.
That was a lot
You
of shit.
rolled the random encounter free loot.
Why is it every
and
time
finally-
Zomir leaves, we get a lot of loot, by the way?
A very important question. How attached are we to keeping this big on the inside box?
It is a Maul, a Thunderbolt, yeah. Okay.
Is it a mall?
I mean,
Yeah, it says on the Hammer,
Sorry.
Hammer of Thunderbolts, it's always a Maul.
Ah, there you
it could
go.
be fuck you's just no room.
So
We've
if,
got a spare
if we-
room, that means.
if we don't mind taking the Arcanite and magic abilities out of it, I can make us a Pokeball.
Fuck
Isn't
you,
that
do you-
just this, but smaller? I'll allow you to make 2 Pokeballs,
Yeah!
Yay! Pokeball time.
given that they are smaller than the chest.
So, this
Unfortunately,
but has an
flammable
opening
material is
that
wasted.
lets you stuff bigger things inside and portable.
By the way, does anybody besides me really fucking want that manual equipment of actions, by the way?
No,
What does it do?
It's the permanent +2 to Dex. Which is really handy for
Oh,
Alfredo.
I mean, very handy for fuck you.
I
as
know,
well.
that's why. It's like it's also really good for you. It's the one that can take you to 22 Dex.
Mm.
I'll let you guys split
But-
up and decide the loot in a moment during our first break because we're at 7.
Yeah.
But first, as you dredge all of the loot out, there is a single parchment at the bottom with a message on it.
Oh.
It is written in Draconic.
Oh, I read it.
Oh. If you take my horde, fuck you, I'm guessing.
Might be.
One second, I actually need a name because this was a random encounter and I don't have a name off the top of my head. Do.
Okay, it's not the dragon I thought it was then, because that's already got a name.
It does. This is the random in.
Yep.
But,
It's because
let's
I was going,
do-
how close are we to Salvos? Is it the black dragon? There
Mm.
we know about.
Oh,
Welcome back.
Testing.
the
Alright, what were
dragon
you
got
saying?
him.
Dragon did get me apparently.
Dragon got you. No, I just said it's not the black dragon because you already know their name. So
Oh, the one all the way from
Salvage.
from Salvus, right?
Yeah.
No. Ooh, this to you. It's called Arthas the Victorious. Like that.
Arthas.
One second.
That's not.
Artie the winner, got it.
Oh, actually copy the A over. Arthar. Yes. Speaking of which, actually, the look. Actually,
You're dipping in and out for me.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit
yeah,
quiet.
I've had terrible internet for the last couple. Well, it feels like I've had it for the last couple of weeks.
Weeks, yeah.
Apparently, the weather is not agreeing with provider. Well, at this point, I may actually have to call and complain if getting that bad.
Yeah.
I am paying for extra internet for a reason. Need it for all the fucking which stuff I need. Job. So yes, Drew just asked me to repeat anything if I do just drop out.
Yep.
But Arparth the Victorious, or however you actually are supposed to pronounce that.
Arfarth. Yeah, I think it Arfarth. It looks like it.
Arparth. Okay. But you read a note saying, "Greetings those who find my lost loot. I send this out against all instinct, not with any devious plan in mind, but rather for I am dying, and I have no more need of it. This loot will only present itself to individuals not affiliated with the forces of evil.
Oh. We're not.
It is my hope that whoever gains this loot will use it to shape the world for the better. Failing that, well, I'll be dead, so I don't really care. Best of luck. Arparth the Victorious.
Hell yeah.
P.S. The only thing I could never beat in battle was death itself."
I like this guy.
Yeah.
So there you go. You also notice, if you actually look at the weapons or any of the equipment,
Yep.
I just saw Bob's comment.
Yeah.
Is very delicately inscribed with a dragon nail on every single item. Just says Arparth the Victorious.
Yes, he signed it.
It's like
Okay.
every little thing, so that his name would live in legend beyond him.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Right, but with that, we're going to take our first little break. You can all discuss how to split up loot and who gets the extra decks.
Yeah.
Don't destroy each other. I'll be back in a little bit.
I think we can actually come to an amicable one because it's good with both of us. It's really good with both of us. So,
I mean, isn't it that like it is just one person can use it every 100
Yeah,
years?
it's a one
and-
use.
yeah, that's the bit. If we could use it between us, it would not be a problem. But unfortunately, it's 100 years.
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't one of us read it and then the other one? But then I remember, the 100-year thing.
Yeah, that's how they stopped it in 5e from that. Because you used to just be able to do that.
That's around the party.
It
Yeah.
literally was back in the day, yeah.
Mhm.
Like, it was hard to do because of, like, the reading limit, but we've got time in this campaign.
Yeah. Because it's something like 48 hours.
You have to
or
wait 48
something.
hours in under 6 days.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be your week, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I said
What's the
this.
thing you want to do with a bag of devouring?
Oh, we can use
Or
it
one
to
of
like.
the
People's
bags
heads.
of devouring?
We can decapitate things with them.
Yeah. Put it on people's heads.
You
Then
can
run
sneak attack people and just put it over their head and it just chomps their head off. Well known use for bags of devouring. And we've got 2 of them, so either me and Fuck You can both get one and really not be trusted, or we can have one person have one, who can have another one in the bin in the kitchen, which would be kind of handy, honestly.
Yeah.
Horseshoes is Zephyr. Okay, Staff of Healing, Gwen. You've got that, right?
No, because it doesn't actually do me any good.
Does it not?
No, because it's...
Doesn't it give you a bunch of free healing spells as well?
Yeah, but it's an attunement thing, and I don't want to give up any of my attunements
Ah,
for it.
That's entirely
Like,
fair.
it's not amazing enough to make me go, let me get rid of the other amazing stuff I have.
Yeah. The annoying part about that mall, by the way, Alvina will definitely still keep it, but it's basically a 3 attunement slot item.
Mm.
Even with Alvina's gauntlets, it's a pain in the ass of an item.
Hmm.
Because the belt is fine, it's just the fact that I have to have the gauntlets as well, which is a bit of annoying. Because the gloves do 2 things for her. But... Oh, actually, I've got an idea.
For
Might ask Chris if we can get Gauntlets of Ogre Power thrown into my gauntlets as well.
all right.
If we can, fix
I
them
might
into
actually
it.
take the staff of healing.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, go for it.
No one else wants it or can use it. So go.
Yeah,
Hilariously, the headband of intellect could triple Alvina's intelligence.
is the headband achievement as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
It gives you flat out 19 intelligence,
Yeah.
which you, I think, have 18, don't you? So it doesn't really do a lot for you anyway.
Yeah, I currently have 18. So...
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Increase your intelligence by 1, which doesn't matter.
I mean, that's what the book will do for me. The Dex book. Give me like 19 Dex.
It would give Alvina 19 as well. It would mean that because the next feat level, I was debating taking a feat which would give me a Dex, which would put me to 20, which would mean
Yeah.
it also give me plus
Which
2
would be
AC with my really bad AC.
Yeah. I mean, with original original fuck you, that'd put his acrobatics up to plus 14 and his stealth up to plus 14.
Yeah. It would put Alvina's acrobatics to 9 and stealth to 4. She doesn't have stealth.
But
It's very
with Touche,
Yeah.
where's Touche gone?
Because you're primarily monk now, right? Or at least a good chunk of it's monk.
For Touche, yeah.
Yeah. It's weird when we actually have a character that really fucking matters for having good decks as well. We got 2 that's very valid. So...
But like I say, it depends on how long fuck you stays as Touche.
Yeah. It wouldn't be bad for fuck you either, to be honest. Like, it's not quite as important for fuck
No.
you, but... It is a conundrum, isn't it, really? I know, flip a coin. Like, we could do a roll of D2.
I mean, how often does Avena use Dex stuff though?
A lot. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the acrobatic stuff which she regularly does use. It's like catching herself, the danger sense which goes off of Dex.
Yeah.
And but Barbarian's like strength primary, con secondary, Dex third. It is one of the Dexy marshals. Also because she goes off unarmored defense and is never going to wear armor.
Yeah.
It's always good for that. So it's a weird one. It is a genuinely weird one.
We might take the staff of healing.
Oh yeah, you're unchallenged for the staff healing. You just take it, buddy.
I've taken the horseshoes, but I'm just not sure whether to swap them or not.
We can maybe combine them together.
I hope so, because losing 30 feet of movement is a
Bad.
lot.
It's bad, yeah. But we definitely, I think, could get it to work because it's a very rare item. I think the horseshoes of speed are just like a rare.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so we could probably get, it'd probably use a resource of something, but we could probably fuse them together to get like because that's what we did with my gauntlets. Remember, we upgraded them to an extra tier.
Yeah, it's what we used to do in Alcanet as well, as combine items using soul gems.
Yeah, the bit I've got an idea for the hammer, by the way, as well. If if I get enough legendary items and we find some, say, platinum arcanite or something, we could maybe turn them into an artifact item. Just the armaments or something like that. Should I just get to pick and they all take up just one slot? Or something like that? Or it gives, like, any passive abilities between them or something like that? I don't know. Need more platinum arcanite.
How do I? I'll just dip into my stores of it.
Exactly. Or do the thing that Exemplar gets in Pathfinder. All their items are basically just bound to, like, all their weapons and items are just bound to their soul, so they can just summon them at will. They don't, like, take up any, like, you're always attuned to everything and they don't take any slots, basically, with the Pathfinder attunement. Which is already, you've got a shit ton of more attunement in Pathfinder anyway, in 2nd edition. You get 10 slots in Pathfinder. The Maul of Thunderbolts. An animated shield, does that take an attunement slot? I'm assuming it does, right?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's good though.
I actually just had a thought for that one. It is very good, but I can think of 2 characters that I think can both use shields, which don't have one.
Maybe.
Because you have a shield, Gwen, right?
Yes.
And also, since it does take an attunement, yeah. I don't think you'd really want
mine.
for a floating shield, right?
No, it doesn't give me enough.
Yeah. But we could give it to Abby or
Yeah.
Lou.
Ooh, Lou's a good
Because
idea as
Lou's
well.
just got
It's
cleric, which I
attunement.
think gives you shield. Yes, it does.
Okay.
How many attunement slots have you got left?
Yeah, actually none. I'm swapping things out for the Staff of Healing.
Ah, fair.
Mm.
Abby?
Yeah.
Like, it's just good on Abby, right?
Yeah, give it to Abby.
Yeah, we're gonna have to tell Chris that one when we get back, because I have access to Abby's character sheet, but I don't think I can edit it.
Yeah.
Headband of Intellect, I've got a suspicious feeling we're gonna use to turn into something else. That sounds like components to me, right?
Yeah, we can turn that into something.
I mean, Alvina could maybe use that.
Give it to Point Bot.
We could give it to Point Bot, actually.
Well,
Like
no.
more intelligent style of dancing. I don't know what that is. Argentine tango.
No, it would make them,
I am working on a voice
Choreograph
box.
better.
it would make them more
Yeah.
intelligent than Point, is the funny part.
Ah,
Well, we all know eventually the Point's gonna die. So
sure.
Again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
die and it will be your
Irma
fault.
die.
What does Sovereign Glue do again? I remember Sovereign Glue's like crap.
It's super glue. It's just
It's
super
super glue. You can only remove it with wish, essentially.
Wish or the universal solvent,
Yeah.
which is just
Yeah.
a different magic item.
Yeah, that was it.
Because Jester used it in Critical Role.
Yeah, I know it's like an insanely good item. Can it stick people to things?
Anything to anything.
Cool. I've got an idea.
what next
My
big bad we
friend.
find? Stick him to the floor.
I mean, that's one way to pin down a Fire Titan, right?
Yeah.
Stick Randy to the wheel, so
So we don't have to deal with him anymore. Arrow of Slake. Does anybody apart from Alvina even have a bow?
Fuck you,
I
does.
don't think
You
so.
do have a bow, okay.
so I think I have a crossbow in my sheet, but that's about it.
He's
Oh,
got
wait,
the,
specifically-
short bow of warning.
It's specifically Arrow of Slaying, not Bolt of Slaying, because they are different items.
Yeah.
Well, no, Chris did say ammo of slaying.
Oh, is it ammo? Was it? Okay,
Yeah, you can pick whichever form you take it in.
cool.
But sure, you have to obviously pick beforehand that you are either going to get 20 hours of slaying and 20 hours or
20 arrows.
Yeah, I always do hours of slaying in batches.
Oh my god. Oh wait, no, they're not the insta kill arrow, are they?
No, this is extra damage. I don't like the fact that like one arrow is a rare.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, I get it does extra damage, but it's also generally also nobody wants to go pick up ammunition, so
Yeah.
like nobody ever recovers them, and I also don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather you just here's 20 arrows you get. I feel like that's comparable to a weapon
Yep.
that can just be used every attack.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to like high level, because it really punishes like if you're shooting off like 3 arrows at a time, you'd have to have 3 very rares or V rares or whatever it is, compared to just a rare sword that can do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So yes, whenever it says like ammunition of slaying or like +3 ammunition or anything like that, I always do batches of 20.
Awesome. That's really handy. Yeah. By the way, Chris, we're giving the animated shield to Abby
Ooh.
because it's a floating shield every minute. So she's got a pole arm. She now has a shield.
Shield to Abby. To self, actually, add that to Abby's. I still need to pick out the rest of the loot for Abby.
Yep.
I don't think I've actually upgraded her equipment yet.
Yeah, I remember sending you a pole arm suggestion for it because I did find that, but depends if that's the one you want or not.
Good to go do it. All right. Are we all ready? Have we done all the loot stuff for the time being? Obviously, you can discuss it in chat any other point, or just put stuff aside for now
I'll
if
be
you
back
want.
in 30 seconds. I just cut my finger open.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Not deeply. I just need to grab a plaster.
Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
Fuck you. Do you want to do that flip a coin? Just to decide.
yeah, go for it.
Okay, roll a d2 in chat. 2.
No.
1. Okay. We didn't decide which way
I
it
don't
was.
know how that helps.
Okay.
I mean, surely you just do
Ow!
the normal
Ow!
D20 roll up whoever gets higher.
Good call.
Okay.
I was gonna go is that odds or evens. I was gonna go next, but yeah. Roll a
Yes, I'd say it
d20.
before though.
1, you win.
No, they could also roll 1. It could be a tie.
3. What's my luck?
Jesus.
It's fine. I can wait 100 years.
I mean, yeah, Alvina can.
Yeah, she
Yes,
actually.
I'm back.
Did we decide on the headband?
None of us can really spare it that care.
Yeah, it's attunement and also just cap 19 rather than plus
Which
anything useful.
Zormir might want it.
Yeah.
Are you wanting it, Luke?
I've got no space for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
I'm not sure if,
I'll
Zombie
keep
does
hold
either.
of it and just not wear it. Just have it for future use.
Zomir's saying compost for the golem for the headband.
Those pesky attunement slots.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how much loot the DM gives you, you can still only ever have 3 per long rest.
Unless you're Zormir.
Yeah, unless you're an artificer.
Yeah.
That's fair.
High artificer as well.
But after the amazing news of this week, the rest of your week continues on without problem.
Alfie,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, nothing else eventful happens.
it does
What a
actually-
great week! You just got a bunch of free loot.
One thing did
Yay.
actually happen.
Oh yeah?
Alvina finished her persuasion training.
Yay!
Alvina has
Congratulations.
proficiency in persuasion.
Nice.
And fuck you, Touche is probably just reading that book
It's
and
still
getting
not.
very bored of it.
She still doesn't roll well, but she can do it now.
Very nice. What do the rest of you do during the week? Anything exciting, or do you go about your chores on daily life? This is just a chance for you to flavor the passage of time before we move on to the next week. Who did we lose?
I didn't hear anybody lose.
I don't think we lost anyone. No.
I guess fuck you spends most of the rest of the week reading a book.
Yeah. And then moaning that he doesn't have the audiobook version.
Oh, that's quite funny.
They play
Alvina, did you finish up their persuasion? So I assume that's what they're doing for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Touche's reading a book. Gwent, are you doing anything to finish up the week?
Aromancy book.
More This is we love to see literacy on the ship at the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
and then occasionally scrying on Fabio.
Does he know
Because
you're
it's been
doing
a
that?
while.
Depends how powerful he is.
Mm.
It's true, it's true. And the
he-
point. What are you finishing up the week with?
Part still working on the voice box point bot, part chipping out the inner workings of that crate we just got to finally make the Pokeballs I designed possibly 90 sessions ago.
Over actually a year ago. Yeah.
That's fair, that's fair. Well, you can finish up Point Bot's voice box this week.
Yay.
You're working that for about 2 weeks already now, and you're an artificer. If I can get stuff done in like a quarter of the time. Alrighty, so we'll meet the new Point Bot voice that Al is going to do, because I'm not taking responsibility for that. Roleplay your own damn romance
And-
robot.
I've been prepared for 2 weeks. He's
Okay.
not a sex bot.
It is.
Oh, he's not?
He's not a sex bot for me. He might be a sex bot for other people, not for me.
He's a sex bot for the god of love. We know this already.
Wait, you've made a sex bot for somebody else?
He does the point does commissions.
Yeah.
True, that's true.
If
Guess
you want a
who's getting
Fabio bot,
the
you just have to ask.
Filter of love.
By the way, Chris, is that 2 potions of fire resistance? Because you wrote it in twice.
Written it in, as in it's in the list twice, or it's next?
It's in the
to it,
list
two?
twice.
Then yes, presumably
Cool.
if it's especially it's the same. Weirdly enough, the random roll did not like stack things of the same thing together, which is how I noticed the bag of devouring, because it's like 1 down.
Yep.
So yes, there are 2 potions of fire resistance then.
Cool.
You can ignore like the numbers next to rare items. That's just telling you how many numbers are like items are actually below it.
Yeah.
So I just copy and pasted this.
Oh yeah, because it
I
says
would
Maul
not.
of Thunderbolts. Yeah, but yeah, I looked up the item and it says Maul, so it'll be on Alvina's back.
Alrighty then, as we get into the 3rd week of travel, we are approaching Izel. Still not quite within visible distance for Alvina's ridiculous sight, for that's later in the 4th week, but we are nearly there. Ooh, SketchUp no plan designs for upgrade the ship. Well, you're gonna need a lot of resources for that at some point, because you can't upgrade a ship with no resources in the void of space.
Yep.
Everyone roll me a d6. Let's see if we get any 1s or 6. And how busy your
4.
3rd week is going to
6.
be. Oh, we got another 6.
And another
Sorry.
6.
Another 6.
Okay, please don't roll an 8. And a 3.
We just get more dragon hordes. There was actually a set of dragons that all died.
Yeah.
No, it's just the same dragon sending out like partials on his loot,
It's
and you
just
just keep fighting them all.
All these gear packages.
So they've been floating for so long, we're the only unaligned ship
we're the
out
only
here.
ones not alive.
Not affiliated with evil or whatever.
Somehow.
But I forgot to put these in the last box.
No, he's got a lot of. He's got a lot of shit. He's a dragon called the
He's a
Victoria.
Victorious
The note at
dragon.
the bottom of
Yeah,
the
he's
next
called the
one
Victoria.
says,
This is a box with my spices.
Oh hell
I
yes!
mean, it's like, yes,
I mean,
we're eating
Monday-
good tonight.
Comes and goes, and once more, it is a peaceful encounter, or a peaceful day with nothing of note as you're traveling through the astral seas. Occasionally, for about an hour, there's this strange multi-light weather pattern that seems to brush the top of the ship, and whenever it comes in contact with your astral shields, just causes little bursts of colors along the shields, like little raindrops that expand into light. Quite pretty, but other than that, it does not do anything while you are within the protection of the shield. And it comes and goes. There might occasionally be something in the far distance where you see a flare of light, almost like a shooting star, shoot past in the distance, far, far away. But other than that, travels are uneventful until you get to the 2nd day, of what would be the equivalent of a Tuesday. Gwen, if you could roll me a d8 and not roll an 8 for free loot, that would be fantastic.
roll an 8. Roll an 8. 6.
Oh.
Ooh. We're looking forward to...
Oh no.
You know what? Can I use my destiny to re-roll that?
No. No.
No.
No. Don't take this one away from me. We'll see what Fukyu rolls.
I just wanted Luke to make Bob feel bad.
We just get
Let's
so much shit.
Ben, also roll me a d8 ahead of time. We'll see if it's an 8 and if you get more free loot after this.
Because we'll do that first.
And make Zormir super jealous.
Please roll an 8. Please roll an 8.
Loot.
Just because it'd be funny. Not even because we need more items, just because it would be funny.
Ah, no.
1!
No.
There you go. You get the worst possible
Good.
good result / neutral, because I think that's where you get into the neutral part.
Yeah.
All right, well, so we'll come back to that in a second, because I need to count down as to where the hell that actually comes forward. Okay. Rivals bad section. I'm looking at the same. Right, anyway. Wednesday comes, and for the morning of the day, it's normal. It's not going too bad. Where is everyone during the Wednesday morning? Say this is Abby's off day. She is napping, but has left a yoga mat out. Tarragon is in her room. I'm pretty sure Kerrigan is still somehow nursing off the hangover.
Kazakhs. What would Alvina be on a Wednesday?
I don't know who this mysterious figure on the boat is.
I don't know. Oh, I know. I think I know who that is.
Who is this?
It might be Gwent.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
'cause I
am
put
I
it
down
on
here?
them.
Oh yeah,
No, I put this on him to indicate like the cloak.
because Zolmid doesn't know who he was. Remember?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, we can get rid of the gag has happened. We can get rid of that now.
Yeah.
And then Lou and the Fukyu / Touche, move yourselves to wherever you believe you would be on like 10 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. Everyone roll me a D. Ooh, how many? Yeah, D8.
Where's Angel gone?
She's still in the place. We haven't just moved her.
Put you back down in the thing.
Wednesday morning is when I train
Oh,
Angel.
jeez, another than that one.
Imagine Wednesday morning at about 10. Alvina's probably just come out of like the dragon pit. She's probably on the top deck just after having fed the
Uh-oh.
dragons. We got a lot of ones.
That once.
We got 3 1s and a 2.
All right.
Hopefully this is
Lou,
the number of enemies.
what are you currently doing? Hey, this is a positive result.
Uh-oh.
They're very
An
weak
enemy.
enemies.
Yeah, if you rolled a 1, it would have potentially been a hostile encounter, but everything above it tends to be positive / side story / free loot
I thought this was
or
the
protected
encounter.
loot.
I thought this was the enemy. This was a 1, wasn't it? I know tomorrow's
was
the
a
one.
D6.
Tomorrow's the one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've not done the 1. To be fair, that just means I meant like on the D6. If you roll 6, I roll in the top half, which is generally either neutral or good.
Ah, okay.
If you roll 1, I roll a D8 because there's like 14 items on the list.
Yeah.
So technically, like a couple of them overlap on both sets.
Mhm.
But it is like scaled based on most hostile to least hostile being literally free loot. So it'll be in the neutral. So even a 1 on the like D6 roll will, or on the like on the D8 for the 6 roll will be like a neutral at most.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it can't get hostile. You guys have a knack for pissing people off anyway.
We do. We make all the friends enemies, and we make all the enemies friends.
It's true. It's true. Anyway, back to the flavor for now. Lou, what are you currently doing this pre-noon on a Tuesday?
Standing at the side of the port side, just firing off some spells, trying to keep up.
Okay. Touche, what are you currently doing?
So I imagine Touche is sitting in the galley, finishing up the last few pages of this book, and then as soon as they finish it, just back flipping all the way down to their room.
And
Speak
the
as I can.
point. What are you currently doing?
I'm training Angel. In particular,
Training-
training her to get into the prototype
Hmm.
Pokeball.
What is Bob currently doing here?
I have no
You rolled a
idea.
7 for the D8.
Okay.
For what DA?
Because
The one
Bob,
we all
Bob
just
I think is
rolled.
watching. Bob's watching the
D8 we just
stream.
did.
Bob's watching
Yeah.
the stream, but he's too ill to be. Behave, Bob.
Yeah, but Bob, you only get to roll a D8 if you rolled a 1 or 6 on the D6.
Yeah, we've set
Like,
Zome
everyone
to
is
work.
rolling.
We've set Zome to work in the lab.
Get back in the lab. Make us
God.
more magic items.
We've got a lot of things to quota for you. No.
Anyway, getting distracted. The point. What were you doing?
I'm training Angel.
You're training Angel. Okay.
In particular, training her to get into the Pokeball, which I may not have finished making yet.
To see if
no,
it
that's
works.
not until the end of this week. Or maybe the end of the second week. I can't remember if your attack times take you like a week or 2 weeks at this point. But either way, you suddenly find yourself a strange warping sensation coming over you, and you are no longer in the bowels of the ship training Angel, but are now port side. Just standing up there. Meanwhile, Lou, you are no longer at the top of the ship, but now find yourself in the kitchen throwing a blast. Please go ahead and make me an attack roll. And
Oh, no.
Hugh, as you are flipping away, you suddenly find yourself down next to Angel as you flip into Angel.
Who are you shooting, by the way? Because there's 3 people
Just
in
a
there,
D20 or...
and one of
any.
them is suicide. I'm just telling you this.
It's a D20 plus your attack modifier.
Please shoot Gwen. It'd be funny.
Stealth.
You don't shoot Gwen.
Do you want him to shoot Gwen or him?
I've not added my attack modifier yet.
I know if it's Firebolt, will him take it as a compliment?
It's Chaos
here's
Bolt.
some food.
Harassment.
13.
It's Chaos
14,
Bolt.
sorry.
It's Chaos Bolt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be fine.
Was it 13? 14 you said?
14.
14? Okay. You send out a blast against the ship's wall, but luckily managed to avoid doing any significant damage to it with that roll. As you find yourself in the kitchen, Touche, as you backflip into Angel, the owlbear doesn't seem to appreciate the fact that you're now on his head. What would you like to do?
Misty Step.
Touche can't messy step.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on if it had actually happened, but I imagine that he's just going to grab the ruff of its neck and essentially ride it like a bucking bronco.
Give me an animal handling check.
Animal handling.
Oh dear.
Luckily,
that's
you
fucking
do
you.
not have disadvantage because Angel is so well trained.
Hey.
Unfortunately, you still did just sit on its face and it still might swipe at you.
15.
15? Okay, you shuffle your way up, avoiding any more and more damage, and are now effectively riding it. It seems to have been annoyed by this, and you can kind of see it like ever so slightly glancing up towards you with a slight snarl on its lips. But it soon settles down, realizing that you're not on its beak. Settles down, realizing that there's nothing more going on here. Had you continued, you're pretty sure it would have just swiped at you. But for now, it lets you rest up top there.
Thankfully, you're small, so it doesn't notice very bad.
Yeah.
The point, you find yourself topside with no immediate danger because there's nothing up going on up here.
Hey,
What
Point.
are you thinking?
Where did you get up here, Point?
Yeah, did everyone else witness me just pop up here, or was it?
Alvina's
No,
on the
Alvina, I
crow's
assume-
nest.
are you all the way up on the crow's nest up there, or
Yeah.
are you looking down at the ship, or are you looking out in the direction that you're supposed to be.
She's probably just like idly scanning around, probably. So she'd probably notice after like a very short moment. She might not have noticed that him teleporting, but she might have just gone,
Surely
"Oh,
she
I was
would
looking the
hear
other direction." And he walked upstairs and Lou went downstairs, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, there's no like teleportation sound, Lou. But it also your peripheral doesn't actually like it changes ever so slightly, but because Lou was previously standing there, you'd already cloaked a figure, and
Yeah.
it takes you like a double back to realize that the figure is different now.
Yeah.
That is now the point.
The figure is 2 feet shorter.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to tell when you're all the way up on the crow's nest.
Ralvina.
Yeah, your depth position gets out of whack.
But yes, you now notice that it's actually the point who's up there now. If anybody did notice the point, they were not paying enough attention or do not think anything suspicious of it because it's just you.
Yeah. Hey, Point,
Enough to comment.
hey, Point, where did you
Yeah, it's
get up
because
here?
the point never does anything wrong.
Is
They,
it?
they do. They
That was
only do
weird.
everything wrong.
I'm going back downstairs.
All right.
Just go. Weird. And then just walk back downstairs.
Yeah.
Gwent, Lou just went and suddenly appeared where Fukyu was and has just like blasted the side of the wall. Luckily, no damage was done, but that was a little bit. Any closeness to your persons was too uncomfortable.
Trigger discipline.
Why? Why do this? I'm having breakfast. Why?
I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry. It wasn't
Was it you?
intentional. I was.
Or was it
on-
touche?
Possibly, because I was up on the top deck and just ended up in here and misfired there. So could be a trick by Touche. It's the sort
I'm
of
just
shit
gonna-
he would do.
Go over the ship's intercom. Touche, stop mucking about, teleporting people. And then go back to my sandwich, but glaring at Lou. Shooting at the goddamn kitchen. Alvina will kill you. She will kill you if you hurt them. She will straight
That
up murder
damage
you,
was
and we're
done,
not gonna
it's-
stop.
It's all good.
hmm
Exactly.
Murdered.
Touche. No, there's nobody around you to have a discussion with, so it's only your internal monologue.
There's an owlbear.
I don't think the owlbear is actively asking, "Hey, why'd you do that?"
Who might be wearing a helm of intellect right now.
We haven't given it to them yet. We might. We haven't done it yet.
Yeah, fuck. Touche's just sitting on the owlbear, just sitting there.
I've just realised.
Very confused at how he got there, but yeah, he's
Meh.
content.
I'll just chill here.
Just chilling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would any of the players like to do anything before we move on with the day?
No, Alvina's probably not that curious. She just didn't notice it. Oh, fair.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably check in with everyone else. Do you cast a spell that causes us to teleport around? No? Must be a
I
astral
don't have
traveler.
magic. Why are you asking me this?
Yeah, you have magic items. You have gravity wells.
She sort of can cast spells, to be honest, but weirdly.
An hour goes by. You continue about your day. Presumably, you either return to your previous tasks or go on to new tasks as you all roll me a d8 again.
Yep.
What happens when only one of us rolls?
5. I've got a feeling it's whichever numbers are shared to teleport between each other. There we go. We'll find out.
There's a 1.
Well, it might be whatever numbers are rolled. Like if it's 2 people roll the same. So if
That was an 8.
if Touche and Gwent change places.
Oh, Gwen's gonna end up on the owlbear.
Yeah, 'cause you're having a nap on the Owlbear.
It's been an hour. You
Out
still
on
on the
his
owlbear.
Because you know
It'd
the
be
two of them are
comfy,
best
right?
friends.
It'd be comfy, right?
Maybe not
Maybe
for
for
the owlbear.
Gwen.
You're little, so it's probably fine, right? If it was anyone else, it'd probably be a bit iffy. But you're a tiny, you're a little small goblin, so
Did fuck you not change race as well?
no.
No,
No.
No.
it's not that we know
I
of.
thought
Goblin.
maybe
As far as we
you,
know. Oh,
changed
you are
race as
Hobbit
well as
now?
No, it's bless you as a half.
Bless you's a halfling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
There was discussions whether fuck you race would change, but no.
You're a different type of goblin.
Yeah. Mind goblin.
Mind goblin.
You're a
Instead
slightly
of
more
loot
religious
goblin, you're a mind goblin.
You're a mind goblin.
Yeah, does everything.
Anyway, where were we? I don't know. That's on the side. Where did we actually start from? Rolling one.
From Alvina,
Let's
so the
make it-
5.
Okay then. Then, as Alvin, or more importantly, as Wolfie has correctly deducted, Gwent and God damn it, Fuki, why did you have to change your name? Touche. Suddenly find themselves switching places. Gwent, what are you currently up to an hour after breakfast?
Oh, probably just doing some horse yoga on the top deck.
Very
A lot
well.
of deep lunges.
Right next to the devil.
Touche, are you still having a nap on the Owl Bear an hour later, presumably when the points return to train it more?
Yeah.
The point, how do you
I'm
feel
gonna
about
be
the
so
fact
confused.
that Touche is just napping on Angel?
I mean, it shows the training's working, so
Angel hasn't eaten them. It's working.
yeah, Angel hasn't. Good girl, Angel. Good girl.
Good girl. And then suddenly, before your eyes, Touche is no longer there, but a rather are you doing yoga in your damn cloak, Gwen?
It looks weird.
A medium-sized humanoid without a back rear who you know to be Gwent suddenly appears on top of Angel. Touche no longer there.
I imagine Angel is less happy now.
No.
Yeah.
The
This is
best of
sometime
friends.
it happened in the last hour. The point or Gwent, go ahead and give me a animal handling check, this time at disadvantage.
Ooh.
Okay. I've got
Your
okay.
Angel
Yeah.
is less pleased with this outcome.
It's not bad.
Yeah. It is enough for a success, as you. It's very evident that Angel is very annoyed by this, but very quickly helping the masked figure, who knows who that could be, off of them. They are able to calm them down and prevent them from attacking the robed figure.
Steve, what the hell? Don't just teleport onto my Albert.
It was touche. I'm gonna find the little git.
Dude, actually, at this point, you've got pretty
He
good
did this
reason
to
to
Lou.
believe.
Oh,
Touche.
and to me about an hour ago.
You find yourself on the top deck with Professor looking out over at the astral sea because he's still acquainted
That's-
himself with the modern world.
I don't think that's the professor. That's Ernie.
No, the top one over here.
Where?
This guy.
Is
Oh,
Professor
there he
Stan
is!
self-
I didn't even see him there.
Because I've not actually put the new model in.
Yeah, I saw the golem because Ernie's there.
Because the golem was previously just carrying him around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Have we made him a body, or is he still just there?
Well, presumably, because I'm about to switch him out for the new model you made.
Okay.
I say you made a model, didn't you?
Yeah.
I
I have spare bodies
That
for my
That was as
golem
sketch
class.
as the point was doing.
So we'll get that done in a little second, but either way, they are just observing. They're still kind of getting acclimated with the world, having been out of it for so long. What is... No, don't want to edit it. Don't.
This is
Anyway.
the professor.
As well as Ernie just kind of standing stationary alongside the opposite side, obviously, as Bert doing. They kind of just do this until they are needed or called upon.
I was wondering if they were helping Gwent with her yoga.
I'll leave that up to Gwent.
To be honest, I also imagine Touche hasn't even noticed because he's asleep still.
That's fair. Alrighty, what else? There was another one actually as well.
Ooh.
Gonna be shouting over the ship's intercom in Goblin. Damn it, Touche, where the hell are you?
Okay.
Yes, we-
Alvina,
Yes.
what are you currently up to?
I imagine Alvida's still she probably does this until about midday. Just like keeps a lookout. So she's
Okay.
probably still in the crow's nest. She might have a book with her. Though.
That is fair. You no longer find yourselves in the crow's nest. You
Oh.
find yourself on a bed surrounded by crayons and paper that have been drawn on.
What?
Oh, here's more.
No, I've just switched places with freaking Tarragon. Alvina's going to stand up, put her book up, and walk outside again. What? How? What? Huh?
You do so. We'll pause right there because I want to see what happens with the other pairings. If what have I got? Okay, I don't need the dragon name. Go away.
Not the dragons, not the dragon.
Not the dragon. What is that? 2 and 4. Okay. And that is for the 1, which I believe is just the point. Alright. The point. Where are you? What are you doing, the point? Oh yeah, you're training, aren't you?
Yeah, I think grooming her at this point.
That's fair. Well, having just done that and blamed
Fuck you.
Touche, like just after having just shouted at Touche,
Hmm.
you too suddenly find yourself teleported. This time under a set of weights.
Oh no!
Oh no.
As you are still holding them, the large, just like crossbar with 2 sets of weights on either side. Give me a strength save.
Oh god.
Thankfully, Alvina's really close, so you'll be saved if you fail. This.
That's
not
not
That was a
bad.
good shot. That was a good roll.
Yeah.
You managed to. It is while incredibly heavy. You two are still managed to able to just like very carefully put it off and put it down onto the little bar holders before it drops down onto you and your arms give out. Congratulations, you are not pinned by the weights. You appear to be in Jones's room. How or why you know that is up to you.
Yeah, Alvina. Like opening the door.
Gwent, the point vanished, and in their place is Karzak. Oh, I was in my room. Where am I?
Is she lying down? Because you had a crossbar, right?
That's fair. That was her. That was from Jones's room.
Oh. Fair.
Jones is lying down, hilariously, on just the floor in Karzak's room. The point.
Right.
What would you like to do? The point. We'll come back to you in a second, Gwent. Give you some time to process.
Take a quick moment to scope the room in case I need to know things about it later, but step outside and go. Okay, something's teleporting us around.
What?
Oh, hi, Avina.
They've not left the room yet.
Ah.
Would you like to leave
I
the
step
room?
outside. Yes.
Wait.
Jones also steps outside.
Oh, bye, Jones.
Wait, it's teleporting us
You can
around.
see that he is topless, wearing only gym shorts, and there is a decent amount of sweat on his body.
I
This is normal.
was going to say something.
Points in for a good time.
It's teleporting us around.
Sorry.
Oh, is that what happened?
Alvina's
I thought I was just getting
Yeah,
really
yeah.
in the zone and blacked out.
Alvina's eyes go wide and she just sprints out the door. Darragon!
Targon is currently standing on the actual like banister of the nest, just clutching one of the sides, and it's just doing like the feeling the wind move, just like no fear of potentially falling.
Okay, this is fine.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Do you want help down?
Cannot hear you, not paying attention. Only wind wisping at our ears. Slash, there's not wind in here. How would there be wind?
She's got a fan on.
All right, what was they doing? Point and Jones, and then Gwent and Zach. Right. Yes, the point. Alvina just dashed off. Jones kind of watches after them and then looks back at you.
I was gonna say something here.
You can see he is grinning. He has these pristine white teeth.
Nice teeth. Yeah, nice teeth.
Oh, thanks.
Just tell me you're dentist.
Dentist? What's a dentist?
I'm gonna go and see what's going on and then leave.
Okay, I gotta go back to finishing my rep.
He's there. I might come and help out later.
Spot you. That's the word.
Oh
Point.
yeah, I'm
Spot
supposed
you.
to have a spotter.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'd love if you come watch me.
I'd like that too.
And he goes back to doing some workout.
Damn it.
Yep.
Yep.
Gwent, Karzag is just kind of staring there, bewildered, with Angel just in front of them.
Gonna go over to the intercom, hit the button. There's somebody on board teleporting us.
I noticed.
Everybody on high alert. Hunt them down, because this is getting irritating. Also, Point, take care of your Angel. They're angry.
They're right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's
Karzag
been
is
a
just,
goblin
just
sitting
petting
around
them.
our head.
And then
What?
just legging it up the stairs.
They're not angry, they were just
Spook.
afraid. Isn't that white who's a good devil bear? Tell you what.
Yeah.
I weirdly enough, this is the part of you I dislike the most. Run up.
Wow.
What?
God, that's
You
great.
just gotta treat them like an equal.
Ugh.
Karzag, drew it in the making.
Yeah.
All right. The party can gather wherever they would like if you are gathering people up.
Middle deck.
I mean, is got Tarek gone. Honestly, it's probably a couple of minutes. He's just not gonna stop her having fun.
Alvina makes
Imagining
notes.
you
Takes
just,
Tarragon up there again later.
More often. Yeah.
I imagine you just like climb up there and just like join in on the other side, and then when you're done, you just grab her and jump down.
Yeah, probably. That's exactly what I was imagining.
What a terrible influence.
She is, but she's great.
But yeah, after a good couple minutes of wrangling other people, apparently, please move whoever you would like, or move yourselves to the deck, and let me know if you want to go grab any of the NPCs. Abby's in her room. Jones has gone back to doing his reps.
I think Alvina would grab Abby because if she is asleep and she gets teleported in the middle of someone doing something, like Jones was specifically saying he was doing reps and things. Point was fine. He was luckily caught the weights. Someone unconscious would have had a bit more problem.
I will make sure everyone is accounted for.
Yeah.
So just go through all the rooms for they're not coming out. Just go, okay, you're there. You're there.
Find Zorbe comatose on the floor somewhere.
Ugh, again with that man.
Yep. So at that point, just move all of the tools and dangerous equipment slightly further away from Zorbe,
Yep.
just in case.
All right. Well, let's take us one beat at a time. Point about the point you're already up there. Are you going back to Jones, who is now like taking the bar back off? Door still open, by the way, and it's just like.
I'll make my rounds around, and on my way back, just kind of stick my head in the door just for a look as I go.
Pervert.
Because, you can easily grab knock on Abigail's door. She is writing in her journal, but happily agrees to come with you.
Yeah.
Are you
Big stuff
wanting
going
to...
on.
Oh, okay, yeah. You wanting to grab Randy on the way, or leave them to control the ship?
Leave Randy in control. We're gonna, as long as I know where everyone is, they don't need to come with.
You peek your head into the sleeping sword, still there.
Sword hasn't moved. Good.
Sure, hasn't moved. All right. Where are you going next?
Like, Alvina would have checked in on the dragons, just to make sure. She's assuming
Yeah, I
they're
guess so.
fine, but
If I've done those rooms, I'll pop downstairs, check in on tracks.
Okay. Well, let's see. Alvina can start heading towards the dragon. Would you like to take the left or right stairs? Even though you were taking Tarragon down to the center first and then going to the dragon.
Yeah, I'll probably take the stairs that are this way.
Okay. Yep. So you get over here.
Yeah.
That's fine. Because while you're all preparing to do that, there's only so many actions you can do because this is technically speeding up. Everyone, roll me a d8 again.
Oh, again. I think I've rolled
As-
4
3.
fours.
Uh-oh. I've only rolled
Oh,
ones on
hey!
these so far.
Hey, DJ! I've only rolled 4s so far, I'm pretty sure.
I think Fuck You has switched with on every round of this so far.
Yes, you have. Alvina switched on the last 2. That's why we're
Still
assuming
asleep.
it's your fault. We're assuming it's your fault.
Yeah.
By the way,
who are you
Alvina-
switching?
Alvina has let Bloop out of the bottle at one point, probably early on.
Yeah, I'd say.
So they're not just in a whiskey jar.
Where's Blob?
Where is Blob? Blob has found a nice little, has hilariously found a nice little nap zone in the golem charger and is currently inside it.
That's fine.
Nice.
Well, we'll see if that's fine. Cause radius is expanding, but first and foremost, let's see, any other 4s? Nope. So hilariously, while going down the stairs, Alvina gets swapped with Touche, and Touche is now sleeping on the stairs. Alvina, you are back up into the middle.
I imagine Alvina slightly stumbles but catches up pretty quick because she was walking down. It's like, there's suddenly floor. God damn it.
Let's see. Any ones? No ones. No. Oh, there's a 2. We got the 2.
There. I got a 1.
Wait, Luke, did you roll
I did for the other ones.
twice?
No, Lou, I think was the last one. Was it? Actually, no, maybe they were.
Okay.
Yeah, they rolled. No, they rolled twice.
Really wants to get teleported.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you. I'm giving
No,
you 2.
it's-
Probably you can
I
teleport.
didn't realize that. The first one was a 3.
Yeah.
No. You don't understand. You don't understand. Jones is 2, so it's funny.
Alright.
Lou's gonna get pinned by the barbell this time.
Lou's gonna get pinned this time.
Oh no.
Lou, you find yourself suddenly on a bench, with some heavy weights in your hands. Make me a strength save. You all turn as once more, sweaty Harry McGee over here is just pretending to bench press on the ground midair until they stop are like, oh,
Oh, that's
hi guys.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
I saw who was there before the teleportation, right?
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you didn't, I would have been paying attention to that.
Yeah. Because Alvina was just walked down the staircase as well. She teleported like 10 feet. Jones.
And also, I guess, Zorbir, roll me a d8 if you want to join in.
Yeah, Bob.
Just throw whatever the number is in Discord. And just use like a Google random ruler or something. But while you're doing that, Lou's save was 8. Lou, unfortunately, you were unable. Somehow, apparently, they never made this robot body strong.
We never needed to. It's
I'm
Lou.
not the one that made it.
Hey, it was for a warlock.
That's fair. That's
We
fair.
built
Like,
it
look,
specs.
you were
Source
a
of
weak
time.
before. You're gonna be weak after.
We made specs. This is the caster spec.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's quite funny.
We had the option of making it out of twisted silver, which we did,
7.
or anything strong.
Fortunately, Zormir, or I guess fortunately, no one else rolled a 7, so nothing happens to you this round.
I guess disintegrate on the weight.
Oh, it was about. Why?
All right,
That's so
one
funny.
second. First, you got to take some damage from the weights.
Yeah,
You
Alvina.
take
1 damage.
1 point of damage.
Alvina's going to ask Jones, can you please go up to your room?
Oh,
and
sorry.
probably
Roll me a d. I was like, why? Nobody's got a 7. I was like, wait, I'm using d6s for the teleportation. No, I'm using a d8.
You are
I'm
using
using
D8. Yeah. You told me
Hilarious.
D8 because Gwent's got an 8.
I did.
Yeah, you told us
Um,
your dates.
I'm accidentally using d6s for the NPCs already when they should be using d8s and then
Oh.
d6s. Oh well. I guess if you roll a 7-8, you don't get teleport. So congrats.
Yeah.
Unless one of the other players also gets it.
Alvina's gonna ask
No,
Jones.
I
Can
don't
you
cast
please?
Disintegrate.
Yeah,
I know what I cast.
Alvina's gonna ask Jones. Can you please go up to your room? I think Lou might be pinned under your barbell.
Okay, you do that, and we'll get to that in a second. So there's still one more group to teleport.
Yep.
Which I believe are the did anybody get a 5? Nope, so just the 6s left. Nobody got 4 either, other than one person. Oh no, 2 people.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
2
doing
folks.
4s. All right. Then the 6s. What's that? 2, 3, 4. Not 2, 3, 4. Actually, roll these. Who knows? Okay, so it'd be Tarragon, Kaz, Draz, and Blob. Okay. Which means who is the first one there? That would be Tarragon, who is now stuck.
Oh,
And
fuck.
hilariously, where the hell did Kazag already end up? They were petting the bear. They are now up in the lab, and Drax is now with the owlbear.
Oh god, that's the angel attack
Oh,
Drax. Oh please.
Fight between an owlbear and an aboleth is a weird encounter.
No, it's not like Karazag was on top of the owlbear, so Drax just teleports right next to them. Okay, now we can continue. I had to pause time for a second.
Yep.
Technically, I think each group kind of goes out, staggers a little bit just for the fun of it.
Yep.
So yes, you talked to Jones before. Suddenly, Tarragon suddenly disappears, and a sleeping blob reappears. And a moment later, you actually hear like a very faint banging on metal.
Shit.
Jones
Wait,
starts
Blob.
running up to get Lou per Alvina's instructions.
Yep.
I think he's still asleep.
Is there like a button release, or do I just pull it over?
Lou's got a plan.
Is that if Alvina doesn't know the open button, I do.
She probably does.
I think there's like yeah, because you still like it is active and it's used to charge the golems up. So you do just like unleash it, and Tarragon is just in there like, hi,
Hi.
hi, hi.
We got you. We got you.
Do you mean we got you?
I mean,
No, let's make that
Avina,
more interesting. You hear a little bang and then kind of a more frantic patter off the bang before you open it up, and you see Tarragon in there shaking.
You okay? I'll give her a hug.
She kind of shakes her head.
It's okay.
It's okay.
She eventually calms down from your reassurances, but it's definitely something has definitely spooked her or has made her afraid.
I mean, just picking her up and patting her on the head. Cradling.
Whatever she tells you, believe her.
Alvina believes her.
If that happens again, we're here to get you out as quickly as we can.
Certain people didn't believe
I
her.
got you.
She nods, but she has gone back to being non-verbal. We'll come back to that. Well, we don't need to come back to that. That is as we go up to Lou. I'm going to give you one more strength save as Jones just about gets to the door. See if you can save yourself, or if you take one more round of damage before Lou can help. Before Jones can help lift the weights off you.
I have a plan. Instead of making a strength save, I would like to cast reverse gravity.
Okay, that works. As you just cast the spell and get up as the weights slam into the ceiling, Jones gets in, slides to the top of the doorway, and just sees you moving towards the door as the weights are just against the ceiling. He's like, "Are they stuck in there?"
Your pull-ups.
That's so cool! Jones jumps towards them and immediately flips as reverse gravity takes effect and slams into the ceiling.
Damn it.
What happened?
What happened?
They're upside down pull-ups. You need to push down.
Push-ups.
But anyway, eventually he's able to move and just kind of drop back to the floor. As the two of you are able to make your way back down, if you would like. All right, you all managed to get there. The point, and Alvina obviously holding Tarragon, who is now nonverbal and still a little bit shaking. M, who has not noticed anything and is still just playing around in the kitchen. who knows what is happening downstairs. But I turn it back over to the party. What would you like to do next?
Okay, well, Alvina's going to continue doing what she was doing, but she's now cradling Tarragon in, like, not letting her go. Get the fuck away from me, Point. I can't. Apparently, I've grabbed you as well.
You're the one who did
Plus-
it.
Yeah.
Paragon's got a magic
Right.
weapon now.
Well, Alvina,
Is that Alvina?
any weapon she does.
I mean, like, for Point.
Oh yes, she
Fair.
does.
Point, stay away. You get
Right.
stabbed bad.
Oh. Right. Did anyone
as
notice
you-
anything before we just teleported?
No, but Alvina notices just a sleeping Touche just on the stairs.
I just step over them quickly.
For no, you can wake up whenever you would like, Ben.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm gonna keep this guy going until you tell me otherwise.
No, that's fine. Because he was on the top deck, came down to the lower deck where everyone else was, and just went back to sleep, and then got teleported onto the stairs.
Alvina's not gonna wake him up. She's gonna step over him.
What,
I think
Italy?
most people have learned not to wake up the goblin.
Yep.
That's fair. That's fair. While you're doing that, back up with the point. Jones and Lou comes down just kind of a second later. Abby's kind of looking around at Blob, who is still sleeping, and the masked, mysterious figure who will never know who they are, and just kind of shrugs like, I have no experience whatever's going on. I saw people vanish and then reappear, but I don't appear to be affected.
Weird.
Yes, everyone buddy up. Keep an eye on your buddy. See if you spot anything when they go next, because it's going to be when.
Can we start to search
I
the ship?
guess Lou will be with Jones. Seen came back together.
I'll be with Gwent. Slash not Gwent, I guess. I'm
Hmm.
still not quite sure. Are we still pretending
Steve.
with someone else?
Steve,
Only
yeah.
if Zorm is in the
Anyway,
area.
Zorm is here.
I'll keep an
Has
eye on
anyone-
Blob then.
Has anyone seen Zormir?
Yeah, I checked.
it
He
is-
was unconscious in his room. Possibly conscious. It's hard to tell the difference these days.
Poor Zorm.
Bunch of so much. But Alvina, as you come down, you just watch. You just see Drax and Angel just staring very intently at each other.
You guys, okay?
Hmm? Oh yes, Angel here was just proposing the most out there hypothesis I think I've ever heard.
So it's
Give the owlbear the helm of intellect.
No.
No, they're just a regular level bear.
Yeah, we haven't given them that yet. We're planning. We might do it.
I'm saying we should.
We should.
I seem to have been dispositioned of my location, and I was working on some very fragile, potentially ship-ending devices in the lab. What appears to be occurring?
Something, or maybe a void, I don't fucking know, is switching places with people, so someone's probably up in the lab now.
Oh yes, I can feel the sentience of Karazag, I think is the Noid name you designate the entity. They appear to be panicking about the vial that is over bubbling right now.
Oh, shit.
Yes, that will be the experiment I was working on.
Okay, Point, go and check the lab now! It might
Got it.
explode!
Blob with me. We go.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bob, you're not in here to say what you're doing, so you don't get to pick either.
I rush in.
You rush in. Karazag is at a little alchemy table over here. Let's add a little alchemy table. It's Draz's not Draz's.
Drax.
Entirely different game.
Yeah.
Entirely different universe.
Draz is
Drax.
welcome in this universe anytime.
That's fair. That's fair. They are. Drax has gotten into the hobby of alchemy since meeting the Kraken.
Why not?
Oh,
Set up
God.
a little table on the side. Let's make a little bubbling blue thing.
Bubbling blue table.
Yes, here we go. A little alchemy table. with little vials. All kinds of little things. And a big old cauldron. But right now it's currently over bubbling, and Karazag is just looking at it with a little bit of panic in her eyes as it is foaming over. The point you finally get there, Karazag is currently looking around and has like picked up a mop and is just trying to like mop the foam back into the vial.
Down.
Oh dear, this is gonna cause quite a mess. Oh dear.
Step back, guys. Step back. I got it.
Oh, okay. She comes back with like half the mop gone.
Dissolve.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, good. You can take this point.
Does he hand him the mop?
Okay, I'll
In
take
panic.
half a mop.
Just half of the mop. To clarify, it's only like the half of the like the strands of the mop have been acidic away.
So it's
Okay.
Not half
It's
the
not
handle
just a
as well.
stick now as well.
No, it's not just a stick, but it's very evident like half of the strands are missing now from this what was once a lush mop.
Okay. I'm gonna look at this overflowing beaker, and Drax strikes me as the sort of person who would have an emergency stop nearby, even if I don't know what it
Mad
is.
scientist.
Everybody should.
Well, if he knew this was going to boil over, he'd have something nearby
No,
to stop it boiling over
I
when he
imagine
got
that,
teleported away.
I imagine they wouldn't have a boil it over. They might have a that didn't work out and just teleports the area out. Like,
Mm.
Or they were just not going to let it boil over.
or they were just good. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because
unfortunately-
they'd be there.
The NPC, who is based on the Mard scientist archetype, does not have safety precautions built in. That's Zormir's job, and Zormir has been busy and has not noticed the
Alchemy.
horrific terrain hazard that is this alchemy lab.
Okay. In that case, if I can't work out what it is, pass wall the wall of the ship and just chuck it out.
Throw it out the window.
All right, make me a charisma save.
Yep.
Oh
Mhm.
God.
Well, that would happen.
Charisma.
Possibly against the beaker, possibly against the
Please
ship.
be a 7.
You attempt to, and as you were about to, like the idea's already come to your head, and as you were about to cast the spell, you get a sudden, like, violent blocker as your mind is stunned for a second, and a little pop-up window in your head says, Drax is calling. Do you accept the charges?
Oh shit.
Oh God. Yes. I'll renegotiate them later.
Excuse me, you are going to replace that alchemy lab, correct?
I'm
It is
just
very
throwing one
hard to
beaker
guard
out.
before. I only have the one beaker.
You can have another beaker.
Alvina
When?
Alvina can make a beaker.
But is there a way to stop this boiling over right now?
Yes, just adjust the chemical composition to maintain molecular stability.
How do I do that with what's in front of me?
It's the button on the left.
You just analyze whatever the instability is right now and add the correct powder from one of the pouches attached to the table. You do know basic alchemy, do you not?
Do you?
Very basic. Out of practice. I don't know what's in here.
It's Alchemy 101.
Alright, fine. I will allow you to dispose of the now ruined chemical experiment. But you owe me 2 beakers when we get to port next.
I can get you one later today.
Let's say Alvina can make beakers.
Yes, sir.
Just
We've
give
got
us sand.
cups.
We have
He needs
no.
to
Don't
be
use my fucking
punished.
cups, you bastard.
Yep. Toss out the window. I go, you know, if you want to teach me this alchemy, I'm down to be taught.
It's gonna cost you.
And what will you teach me?
Yeah.
What would you like to learn?
You've already given me as much knowledge as you're willing to depart on your base world alchemy, base world artificery.
Zormir might have. I can
True,
also teach you how to make music, how to persuade people. I've got a very good course for...
Goodbye, ending call.
Okay.
You can persuade people. Just read their mind.
The force vanishes as you're able to finish casting your spell and chuck the boiling over beaker out of the pass wall.
I'm very, very happy that you are the one that I said to you to do it, because Alvina's more preoccupied, because I know exactly what I'd have done. It'd have been horrible.
Trinket.
Yeah, I'd have downed it.
Mm.
How to get rid of this? Chug! What happened?
I mean, technically it worked.
It worked before.
Gwent and Lou, what would the two of you like to do?
Gotta start by checking the kitchen.
So you check in the kitchen. Im is just happily humming to herself while she is experimenting with different frying techniques. She is attempting to cook things with her own hand. She apparently is fascinated by this concept of control flame.
2 questions. Have you seen anybody apart from the regular, and are they edible?
The answer is always yes to the second question.
As she turns
For
around,
you.
she is holding what appears to be some form of dripping bread that suddenly lights up in fire and falls apart in black ashes. You distracted me.
Overdone toast.
I asked people not to disturb me while I've got food in my hands. I don't like wasting.
I mean, okay.
Alternate reality Alvina, once again.
It's just a waste of fine material. I'm trying to make.
Toast.
I think the way Alvina worded it was, you know that soggy bread that
Yeah.
Lucas makes?
So, making soggy bread.
Not that.
Not that.
Is it the first thing you've tried?
Of course not. I tried charring some carrots.
It worked. They were charred.
Oh, and I tried dipping my hand in water and boiling an egg.
Do you think
Oh, and ham. Alvina just handed me ham, and that was the first thing I did, and I just handed it back flamed.
It was delicious.
Yeah, apparently Alvina's really happy about this concept of easy cooking on the road.
How good is your control with both hands?
Well, if I'm able to concentrate, I can disperse the heat evenly over the thing. But if somebody comes in panicked and shouting and distracting me, normal heat temperature, everything turns to ash.
Okay, well, I'm going to take out some sugar cubes and put them on the side. Once you've got your bread to a good consistency, heat up these till they melt and drizzle them over the top. A nice caramel sauce. But it needs hotter, so you need to be able to control both sides.
Yeah, doesn't caramelization require like water and stuff as well?
It does, but you can make like liquid sugar,
You
which
can
kind
make
of
it with
tastes
just
like
liquid
that.
sugar.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's just an
enough.
insane temperature usually, so it'll like.
No, that's not a problem for him.
Exactly. That's why
You know,
it's
like
normally.
torches.
Normally you do other stuff to like make it a bit more even.
But it is
Alright.
possible.
Yep.
Well, you have a liquid sugar crater now.
Yeah. But if Gwen eats
I
it
like how you've got
directly,
this
it'll kill
princess of the fire elemental, and her main use is cooking.
Stove.
Campfire stove. Well, training to be a campfire stove.
Apparently trained to be a very high-tech fire or heat applicator,
Yeah.
given that no normal technology could actually accomplish what she is doing right now. She is imbuing heat into the very fundamental core of the foods. She's a microwave,
Your microwave.
but she is heating up everything, not just liquid water.
Yep.
But yes, while you're doing that, Lou, are you and Jones doing anything?
Lou's gonna use thaumaturgy and do some intimidating.
Why?
For what and for where and for how?
Yeah, who are you
What is the goal
intimidating?
He's gonna stand where he is,
Uh-huh.
use thaumaturgy to
Okay.
shout, whoever or whatever is doing this teleportation shit, Stop it and show yourself.
I mean, it might work. It'd be very funny if it's just a random, like, space problem.
You do so. Everyone in the ship hears you. Jones does not like how much he can hear you in his ears right now.
Does Blob...
Blob is currently shook and awake and is like very panicked. Like, "Ah, what's happening? What's happening? Are we under
Trying to
attack?"
establish that.
We don't know. Oh,
He's gonna
Hindred.
cling to Lou's leg.
It's okay, Jones. It's okay.
That's not
Not
Jones.
Jones,
That's
Blob.
Blob.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's
you've
okay,
just
Blob.
shouted Blob awake from being asleep. Where is Zormir's mini? Oh, I left Zormir's mini out
In
void
space.
Go back to your room and work.
Apparently, I'm disturbing him.
No doubt. Just hear the intercom, just Zormir being like, "Shut up!"
Shut up,
And then,
Lua.
like, what you don't realize is Zormir has turned off the like speakers and stuff to not be distracted. That's why he has not heard any of the other messages. No idea any of this is happening. Hasn't been teleported yet. Where is the point bot? The point bot can just be in. Can just be wandering about.
Well,
Not
if they
doing
ever get
anything.
teleported, they're just dancing wherever they are.
Yeah.
They're like a loading screen. Like they...
So Pointbot
Alrighty.
is independent enough to not be in my room all the time, but not enough to have his own room. So it's just somewhere.
He doesn't need to sleep.
Hmm.
He's a robot.
Actual robot, not even like partial robot like
robot.
we others.
Alvina, you get to the door of the dragon pen. Open it, and yeah, you can see Rowler and oh, there's Rosie. That's good. That's good. Rosie's just getting
Yeah, it's good that Rose is still there.
Yeah, good gal.
You glance around the corner. Tarragon's still in your hands. Riven and Riker and Rook
Yep.
Rook is still there. So everyone, roll me a d6 this time.
Alvina
Oh,
will be
it's getting more intense.
as she teleports out, if this happens. Go, is everybody okay? In Draconic. Oh, I really wanted Gwent to teleport with me. That would have been very funny.
I'm gonna add something.
Lewin the point.
I've just realised what would be the funniest possible result right now.
Zormir, roll me a d6 as well.
The funniest possible result right now would be Alvina and Tarragon switched.
There.
Just side to side.
I am watching cards.
Well, no, because Tarragon's in Alvina's arms.
They're next to each other. You stand
Tarragon gets
shield.
squashed.
It's not that heavy.
NPCs. God, you have so many goddamn NPCs.
Compared to a child.
Muscle mass.
All right, we're gonna start this from the bottom because there's gonna be a lot more likely crossovers now.
Uh-oh.
Who rolled a 1?
I don't think anybody did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zormi got a 6.
Alvina's
Oh,
actually
damn
like
it, Zormir.
Shit.
Alvina's actually 10 stone exactly.
7.
She's actually not that heavy. She's lighter than me.
7. 1 and 4. 4. Okay. Okay. You suddenly watch as Riven and Rather are switched places.
Oh, the dragons are just switching between themselves.
And who is that? Was that Ernie? And Ernie and Rosie switch places.
Oh dear.
Rosie's loose.
Oh, Bob's here.
Uh-oh.
And muted.
Yeah, you rolled 6.
I like how Bob is just like, no, I want shenanigans.
Is that how it works?
Alright, that should be all the ones. As suddenly Alvina, Rosie vanishes, and in their place is Ernie, just
He's gonna die.
like sees Alvina and then gets down to like one knee in the butler pose. I see you've summoned me. What would you like?
Okay. Alvina will roll that. Do you know what is causing this teleportation switches to happening? Because it's happening to everybody.
You did not call me, Master. I assumed that you had. Was it not your doing as the most powerful on this ship?
I didn't cause a teleportation to happen.
Oh wait.
You
I
know.
see. Is it simply wait, what is it? Why is it? Oh, okay. table chat. Jeremy, I don't like this table chat. Keep using the main thread.
What?
There's like a little notification on the actual table, and apparently there's a chat assigned to
Yeah,
this
there's
table.
a text chat attached to each voice channel.
Weird.
But that means I have to open it in order to see the chat. When I already had it defaultly on the Shattered Altsphere chat. Thank you, thank you. I do see it.
How do I get rid of that alert?
You have to click on the little open chat like icon on the
The
table. and
speech
it'll
bubble.
let you see it.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. There you go. Cheers.
You see what I mean? Like that's annoying. That's don't give
Irritating.
me. I can't have notifications. I have to look at them.
Yeah. I've got like 15
Um,
tabs open. Oh, damn it.
All right. 2.
I
How
think
many
that's
twos
me.
we got?
That's me.
That's you. We got, let's see, 3, 5, 6, and like 11. Wait, I'm gonna actually separate these on different pages so I can see them all simultaneously. Okay.
Is Alfina and Tarragon actually switching?
Yep, they are. All right. That's technically it's supposed to go in order, but that's so funny. So unless you want somebody else to teleport on top of you, or vice versa, you and Tarragon are going to split places.
Yeah.
Duraz and Blob are going to switch places as well, and then one more to do 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. One of the dragons is also going to switch someone because normally it's a loop shuffle.
This one was funny.
Technically, technically Alvina would switch with Tarragon. Tarragon would switch with Draz. Draz would switch with Blob. Blob would switch with one of the dragons, and one of the dragons would switch with Tarragon. So technically, one of the dragons should be holding Alvina.
Mother and child.
So I'll leave it up to you whether you want it to be Tarragon that is holding you, or one of the dragons that is holding you.
Tarragon is funnier, and the dragons would be confusing because I'm not sure how they'd hold at the moment.
I'm not sure how either. In that case, one of the dragons can switch with Blob.
That is
Blob
very
can
funny because
switch
there's now a dragon
with
attached
Draz.
to your leg.
Loot, there is now a dragon on your leg.
Hey, Riker.
Hey.
That is all the 2 switched. Who rolled a 3?
Me.
I did.
You did, and only one person rolled a 3 out of the NPCs. And
good.
that was Jones.
Oh,
Alrighty then. So Lou, you are going to switch with Jones. Then Jones is going to switch with the Point. Where have you gone? The Point. And
I'm in
the
the lab.
Point is going to switch with Lou. No, wait. No, you switch with Jones. There you go.
So-
Yeah, you're over
yep.
there. Alright, who rolled a 4?
There's now an 8-foot dragon
Okay.
grabbing whoever's leg.
are we
to-
doing reactions to the switches after, or
After I've switched
Okay.
everyone.
okay?
4s. Anybody get a 4?
None
Then
of
a
the
bunch
players.
of the NPCs. Dragon for dragon again. And then a dragon for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Oh, the other butler, I see. Another dragon is out of its pen and has switched with Bert this time. As Bert switches in and sees everyone here, catches like Alvina, also goes into kneeling position, copying Ernie. Master, you've summoned me.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing the teleporting. There's some sort of phenomena. Do you know what it is? Or could you find out?
Do you believe it to be a phenomenon or a hostile enemy? I am not equipped for that of the first. You may want to consult a meteorologist. The second, I can certainly do a ship-wide search and eliminate any unrecognized entities.
Please do a search.
Very well. Ernie, with me?
Yep.
I'd like you to vanish in quick succession to go search the ship.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
I really hope they recognize Gwent enough just to let you know.
Mm.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
They could
I
probably.
mean,
see,
I was just next to them on the deck.
They probably have seen. It's been a few days, like a week or
Mm-hmm.
so since you've got that cloak, right? They know you.
Yeah.
All right. Who rolled a 5?
Touche.
Only one of the NPCs rolled a 5. And that would be number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Karazag. Where's Karazag is now on the stairs, and Touche is now sleeping next to Jones. And last but not least, to finally get Zormir in on the action, who rolled a 6?
I did.
I
And only
did.
one of the NPCs did. 5, 7.
What would be really funny is Zomir's door is probably locked. So whoever's
Yeah.
in there might not be able to get out, because I think Zomir probably has the key on them and no one other.
I assume you can unlock the doors from inside, man.
I imagine, normally I would say yes, but Zomir we're talking about here.
I think people have walked into his room.
Yeah, but Alveda probably breaks the door down most times.
Case to
Oh.
point out
Alright.
earlier.
Jimmy, you're not allowed to speak. You're sick. Go back to typing. I'm going to force health upon you if I need to.
Take care of yourself, buddy. Jesus.
Yeah.
I can heal
I'm
you.
lying on the bed with my phone. I think you can
Zormir-
manage that.
Okay. Well, Zormir, you find yourself suddenly in the kitchen next to Abby, whereas Gwent, you find yourself now at the kitchen cooking station. We have no idea where Im went, technically.
I am sorry for your room, Bob.
She's now looking at the new blueprint for the next version of the ship.
You might have to rewrite.
You mean the
blueprint.
smouldering
Yeah,
remains of
You
the
might have
blueprint?
to rewrite the blueprint.
If you can remember it all.
But yes, we'll go by area to go around the roleplay. Let's start with going all the way down counterclockwise. Im doesn't need roleplay. Technically, we start with Touche. If they are you still asleep, Touche?
I don't think he's still asleep. I think he's just lying on the floor now, just confused at what's happening. And he's just like, if I lay still, nothing
I'll
will
be fine.
happen. Yeah, everything will just be fine. The
Jones
world is
gets
just moving
down.
around me.
Jones gets
I'm
down
just
on his
screaming.
feet and just like gets down and like stares at you into your eyes.
Dude, this is just weird.
Jones
Might be
like
able to do this in point, but not me.
Jones starts lying down and it's like nap time. That sounds good, and just starts going to
All right,
sleep.
yeah, nap time. We can have nap time. That's it.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
Yes, nap time.
Nap time. The point and Lou. The point. There is now a dragon clinging to your leg.
8-foot
Hey, look,
dragon.
there's Point Pop.
There's
Hey,
an
Point Pop.
Oh, there you are.
There's an 8-foot dragon attached to your leg at the moment. Like, just letting you know.
Would you say that Pointbot's voice is working yet?
Yes, we established you got it working at the end of the last travel week.
Okay. Hey, Pointbot.
Jesus Christ! I get one.
Uh, We've been waiting for
Yeah.
that one, haven't we?
Yep. And also, it's been long enough since I set it up, I forgot what it actually sounded like. And
Yeah.
I've changed my mind of how that should sound. So,
I was gonna say
I don't
that
even
sounded
know
like
what he
a lot of
said.
reverb.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
okay. This is Pointbot's first iteration. This is
Yeah.
this,
Ooh, I need to fix that. Anyway, I was paying attention to Karzag. See, I went before Karzag went, but did I notice any effect in the air before I teleported? Or was it just instant pop?
just instant.
Well,
Well, you're doing that for me.
Ah,
Anything
yeah.
you want to also say? We may never know. Point. Anything else?
protection from good and evil on myself,
Fair.
There, you do so.
which protects me from aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and the undead.
but
Mostly that
not
to work out if it's one
teleportation.
of them or yeah. Yep. Just
All right. Gwent and Zormir, Zormir, you now find yourself in the kitchen, and Gwent, you find yourself across the kitchen now.
Hey, you're awake.
Oh,
In a way,
Zormir, there you are. I'm glad you're safe.
I've been working on blueprints for upgrades. What? Why am I here now?
Oh, is
What's
that
going
what
on?
you've been doing? I thought you were still nursing a hangover from last week.
No.
Someone really can't take their drunk.
Well, I've not experienced it myself, but I think everyone is. Why hasn't Abby experienced it herself? Abby did roll. She could have gotten one of the fucking numbers. They just get her.
And he might have forgotten it.
Ha-
She's
Abby
immune to
has
it.
She's
Abby has
immune.
non-teleportation plot armor.
Oh, I think that's why. Yeah, it's because she was part of the 4 group, and I forgot to actually do the 4 group.
Okay.
Abby what?
Oh well, it got skipped. Abby's just immune. Congrats,
Abby's
Abby.
immune to teleportation.
Mm.
Abby is
People
this
seem to
universe's
be
anchor.
teleporting. From what I've seen, I think they're specifically switching locations rather than just teleporting.
Didn't fly through anything weird, did we?
I mean, not that we've been told. No.
Oh, by
It
the
just
way,
starts to have happened.
we told Alvina to go tell you, but Alvina did tell you about the giant treasure chest that we got a couple days ago, right?
No, I'll add it to the list of other things that she's asked me to do.
It'll have been one of the times that Alvina talked to you 1,000 miles an hour when she just busted in your door, but you probably were not listening.
So what do you think's going on, Zormir? Should we be worried, or is this? I'm not quite sure how to distinguish between normal weird and bad weird yet.
Well, if there's not an inward person threatening all this, the only other thing that could be warping us around is maybe the void engines. If we went through anything weird.
Okay, well nobody seems to be hurt, so that's good. That helps. Thanks, Zormir.
Shall we go check with Vandy, see if he's seen anything?
This is
Okay.
everything, so.
Sees everything.
I know, and he loves to say it every goddamn time.
While you're doing that, we go over to Alvina. You are now being held by Tarragon, who is getting very quickly uncomfortable with how. Well, I guess you did say you were light.
Yeah, she's actually 10.
Tarragon's
Alvina's 10 stone. She's pretty heavy for Tarragon, but she's not that heavy.
Yeah, like she's struggling, but Tarragon, I think, has built up a decent amount of strength. She starts to show muscle mass and everything.
Yeah.
Not gonna last long, but she doesn't like immediately crumple.
Oh. Alvina will basically just put her feet on the ground and just pick her up against it. It's okay.
This actually seems to have like calmed her. The weirdness seems to have distracted her from whatever made her afraid.
See, it works.
Huh. Alvina, no wait. Vini, this is weird.
It really is. Do you have any ideas what's going on?
No, but most of your dragons are missing.
Yeah, no.
I don't think Zoe is going to like this.
Probably not, you're right. Well, I've got an idea. Alvina is going to... Alvina will go, cover your ears for a second.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else on the ship? Because Alvina's going to take a huge inhaled breath and just roar at in Draconic. Basically, because he would have got done... probably have like a term which is just basically snack time for all the dragons to immediately get like a particularly good treat, I imagine. So she's just gonna bellow that across the entire ship at the top of her lungs. In Draconic. So it probably sounds like a roar for anybody who's not in like an area with tongues.
Fair. You do so. noticeable. Well, we'll come back to that in a second, actually. The point's probably the closest one that would notice. The point. Suddenly, Riker suddenly lets go off your leg, and like a daft puppy who is overexcited on Christmas morning, is now skid running, just like banging into walls and everything, towards the nearest staircase down. As they come barreling down the stairs.
Yeah, I heard the roar. I can work that out.
Suddenly, the elevator begins activating, and Rosie begins descending down. What a smart girl! She knows how to use the elevator.
I step off the elevator.
You do so before you are crushed by a little levitation pad. Unfortunately, the elevator does not go down to the bottom floor as they all charge through. And then suddenly, Kazakh is just being overrun by dragons as she gets carried. Ah! As she is running away from dragons, just charging down the stairs, clambering all over each other. So the dragons, yeah.
Yeah, because the other two are in this room already.
Rosie goes and just bats Roke and Riker away, and just flies over Angel, and gets stuck in the door.
Yeah. We need to get this bigger for you, don't we?
Puffs a little smoke, which you know is her like sign of like, yeah, got that.
Well, she can talk. She's actually spoken before.
She can talk. Rosie prefers to communicate in body language, of just sighing. Not because she can or anything. She just thinks it makes her more edgy.
She's like that.
She's like that.
I will get them the good treat out, whatever it happens to be at the moment.
And not the remaining corpse of the Oni King.
No, that's their normal food.
Just slowly getting smaller and smaller with each visit.
Yeah. I imagine it's
Been
whatever
weeks
it
now.
is. It's whatever it is definitely coated in the red arcanite dust. That's probably because I remember that they particularly like it.
Alright, I believe Gwent and Zormir were heading up, or not heading up, heading over to go check on stuff. Or actually, no, you were heading up because you were going to ask Randy something.
Yeah, we're going to see if Randy's noticed have we flown through anything.
Alright, you do so. We'll come back to you. You can do that while the dragons are racing down. You just, as you get out of the kitchen, you notice just dragons running for the stairs. Zormir, how does this make you feel?
You were in the
Dragons.
kitchen.
At least she's getting them back down below.
You actually heard snack time or something like that in the room because they think there's tongues in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, kitchen on the top deck.
Yeah.
But the two of you get up to meet Randy, and Randy informs you that the only strange thing he's seen is people teleporting away and somebody else teleporting in, and dragons running down across the ship. As far as he is aware, there has been no strange phenomenon in the area since they found the floating gold chest.
Okay. I'm going to check on the entrance at least. So, bring us to a stop for a little bit.
Aye, aye, if that's what you want.
We either need to establish if it's an enemy on the ship, or at least if there is a fault with them. We don't.
Whatever you say, Captain. Dropping anchor. Sorry, I got Randy's voice for you there, Bob. I got Cap's voice, or technically the helmsman's voice. Alright, you guys do that. Touche. I feel like at any point, if there's just a giant pause, it's probably because I've forgotten Touche, how to pronounce Touche's name again.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this and it's like, Tiwi. Oh, it's Touche. Yep, Touche.
Tiwi
That's what it
Sheg.
was. It's like calling you Tiwi.
Tiwi Sheg.
Tiwi, what are you doing? Jones is now storing next to you, just lying on the ground.
Touche's probably just gonna while he's in the lab, just poke and prod things and move stuff around.
Boom.
Yep.
All right, roll me a d20. If you roll 1, you blow something up.
Yes, please roll a 1. Please roll a 1. If you roll a 1 and a 1 again, it's at the engine.
No, 16.
Yeah.
Oh well, you don't accidentally destroy things. Okay. Abigail finds herself entirely alone and decides to go inform the rest of the group of what Zormir and Gwent are doing. Hey guys, by the way, just Zormir and Gwent, as you probably just saw, went up to ask Randy if we'd gone through any steps in anything weird. I'm gonna go tell Alvina.
Thumbs up.
Hey wow, there's a lot of creatures at the doorway right now. Alvina, if you're through there.
Yeah.
Because there appears to be a giant dragon stuck in the doorway and 2 other dragons trying to get past her. Zormir and Gwent went up to ask Randy if we'd stepped on anything weird in our travels.
Oh, good. I just sent Bert and Ernie to check the rest of the ship to see if there's any enemies.
Oh, okay. Hopefully they don't mistake Gwent for an enemy.
I thought the same thing. Also, can you help me get Rosie in here? She's kind of stuck.
Yeah. Hey,
How
Blob.
about that?
Can you help push Rosie through the door again? Okay. Wee. Floop.
Just greases their side so that she can just squeeze
Yeah.
in.
Thanks, Blob. You're a darling. Yee.
Thank you.
Rob is a darling.
All right. What would everyone like to do?
I mean, Alvina's feeding the dragons, probably with Tarragon as well.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm just
Oh, it
gonna
is.
just shout to the air. Just applaud. Well done. You got us. You can stop doing this now. Well done. Just hoping it's something that's just playing a trick.
Does the fire alarm in Zoma's room go off?
No.
Okay.
Mhm.
If it was a 1, the whole ship would be burnt down.
Yeah.
Whole ship's on fire.
Yeah, but now Zormi has to get a new smoke alarm.
Might have to get a new bedroom.
You know, she walks around the ship constantly. It's not like she automatically sets things on fire.
I know,
It's like,
but
given she was learning how to cook, because Zormir
That was-
definitely has packets of snacks in his lab.
yeah.
I'm just thinking his bed is covered with melting sugar at this point.
Yeah, it's the because she was holding something in her hands, I imagine, at the
Oh.
time. So that's what's done it.
Well, technically she
Like that.
wasn't, because the previous thing she was holding in her hand turned to ash.
Oh yeah,
When
she was
Gwent
just
distracted her,
yeah.
and she had not picked up something new yet.
Yeah, she's probably fine then.
But yes, would anybody else like to do anything? Alvina is feeding the dragons. Drax is kind of just floating around the dragons, examining them, as he does whenever he fucking is in the presence of anyone. He'll just start dissecting them intellectually.
He's like, oh well,
Or
I'm
like
in the area. I might as well.
Well,
give
I'm
it
in
up
there.
to
I
me."
must, while they're distracted eating, this is a prime opportunity to examine dragon eating habits. Riley can also jump in. Riley's feeling left out. Why has everyone else got to have a little day trip? I'm getting cooked up in here. Rather is the posh one now.
Yeah.
I say, it's unfair that Rosie hogged the best parts.
So we've got scary dragon, posh dragon,
Oh no.
baby dragon, sporty dragon, and
Yeah.
the other one.
We do now.
We've got Rose is the only girl, and she's the scary one. Which is-
Yep.
Yep. But yes, the point and Lou. Would you like to do anything? Nothing.
think I think hearing who's been teleported, who not. The point is trying to think of a link between those who haven't been teleported, even though it's just people Chris has forgotten to teleport.
Says you. Has who are your candidates so far? Who has not been teleported?
Abby, I've not seen Lucas show up. We know that people teleported onto Angel, who stayed where she was, so Angel's not been teleported. I've not seen Sod Off move.
You haven't seen the demons move, the devils move.
I haven't seen the
either,
demons move,
but
so
they
they're
have,
currently candidates.
But they have, but you just don't know.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Sod Off is probably in his little key, or not his key. I don't know. Where's Sod Off go these days? Sod Off.
He's in the box, doesn't he? Because we've got the chest. We've got the living flame chest as well. I think he hangs out there sometimes.
Down there at the minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's down there. I'm trying to think. 'Cause I think we established he was too big now to fit back in his key.
He's too big for the key.
So
Oh, is he in?
Yeah, he's too big for the key.
Have we myrmidoned him yet, or does he need to get the next stage?
Not yet, no. I think next stage is when we murmured on him.
He's not in his armor.
So I think he's just an elemental that walks around now and just hangs out in
Yeah.
Fuku's room. So yeah, I guess he is just in Fuku's room. Okay.
Yeah, trying to think of any link between them.
No, there's not.
All right, well, that's fair. Well, to quickly bring this mystery to a wrap, we're going to do a fudged roll. And everyone who I forgot to teleport in front of the point suddenly gets teleported. Here you go.
Oh, okay. Well,
Except
that
Abby,
solves
who's
that
still
problem.
locked.
Oh, the other one just comes in. It's like, Bernie, where'd you go? Right, so in this whodunit, who would you like to accuse?
Angel.
All right,
Drax, what were you experimenting on with the alchemy?
Angel also teleports.
There we go.
In,
There you go.
you know, Angel teleports in and then teleports Ernie out,
Okay.
and vice versa for the other one. There you go.
Just to the intercom. Drax, what were you trying to do with the alchemy?
Oh, I was trying to make a potion of telekinesis.
Oh.
Potential.
Yes, but it's purely would only develop the mind. It has no capabilities of actual teleportation. If that is where your thought process is going.
Okay, not that then.
Would anyone like to take a stab at what is going on before the intelligent Aboleth tells you?
I'm gonna go and run a diagnostic on the spider.
I was about to ask, is the spider
Yeah.
doing something? 'Cause it's right next to the fucking engine, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just not broken.
No, the spider though.
No, the spider might be something to do with like the spider close to the void drives for too long
Maybe.
is causing it. I was wondering.
But I'll give you a hint because we're at 9 o'clock, and this was a little side story that I just really. This is one of the first side stories I thought up of.
Yeah.
Just got
I've
bored.
been wanting to do this. Which of the NPC characters whose main ability is
it's
to
Lucas.
twitch people?
It's
is
just Lucas
Lucas.
fucking with us. He was on my list of people who hadn't been teleported.
He was. And then to be fair to you, I forgot that Sod Off was a candidate and Angel was a candidate for teleportation.
Yeah.
But he's not fucking with you, because eventually if you go and check on Lucas, he has a cold. And every time he sneezes, he's been accidentally teleporting people.
That is hilarious.
Okay.
That is.
That is your NPC side story. If Lucas gets sick, he accidentally causes teleportation shenanigans.
Okay.
It was
Okay,
just
so
a
the
fun.
next time that happens, we're going straight to Lucas.
It was just a fun little
That-
can the
yeah.
can the characters can the players remember that Lucas's ability is teleportation
I
switching.
remember his teleportation. I forgot it was
Oh, so-
switching. But
So I
his
remembered it was that,
teleportation.
but my thought was, can we get Lucas to switch us back? Rather than he's doing this.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. So the joke there is that Lucas has developed a cold and is in bed feeling ill and is just so snottering and just sneezing occasionally.
Achoo!
Yeah, and the slight staggering is him having like multiple sneezes in a row.
Oh,
Yeah, I was wondering that.
that tracks.
So yes, there you go. That is your friendly encounter because it's just a little fun.
Yeah.
There's no harm, there's no risk. I just really like the concept of just Lucas having a cold and teleportation.
There was more damage to the ship done in this encounter than there has been for a while. But
Yep.
It's fine. And Im hasn't burnt anything.
No,
She
we had
knows not to
Apart
touch
from
it.
the toast.
we found that one piece of toast, and there was weird damage of someone got trampled. Because I got trampled.
What's fair? She managed to jump out of the way. She didn't actually suffer any damage. It was just a case of like she heard giant just hurried large dog footprints rushing, and she's like, "Oh no!"
Mm.
and very quickly got off the stairs
Yeah.
as dragons came crashing down it. But yes, with that, that is our session for the day. You have a you have a neutral encounter next time. And while we're at it, so I know how many to skip, everyone, well, I say everyone, I only need 5. So let's have Bob roll me 5d6. You get to play catch up with all the sessions you missed and be responsible for how many encounters are in the final week to see if I need to cut several of them. So don't roll all 1s or 6s. Or if I can combine them all together.
Okay.
Probably going to combine them all together. Just have 2 random encounters come at you at once.
Yeah. Would be a fun one, actually. While we're getting close to another landmass, right? It's getting a bit more hectic. So we get hit by 2 in the last day or something, because it's 2 separate things.
3, 2, 3, 1, 3.
Ooh.
1. Okay.
All right. Then it's only then I'll have you roll me the d8 for the encounter next week. But it is a hostile encounter then to finish up before you get to Izel.
Yeah.
All right, let me actually take a note of this.
On the second to last day, I think it was.
Yeah.
Fair, it's not
It's
actually
the
that important.
20th, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like to, since it's effectively Monday to Friday, I just like the flavor of it. It doesn't technically need to be that.
It's fun though, right?
Yeah. Okay. 1 neutral, which we already rolled for. I already know. Actually, quite funny after this one. And then 1 hostile. Still to roll on the table.
Right, and I'm going to write up all the remaining missing items from the list.
All right, there we go. And yes, next week, for those who don't know, will be our last session of the year because I am not available on the 27th. I'm also not available on the 3rd, so we will not be back to playing unless everyone is free on the 10th, in which case it will be the 10th. If not, do let me know. Put schedules and stuff in the chat.
Yeah,
You know the deal.
I'm free on the 10th as far as I know, so yeah.
Next week we'll be finishing up the last of the week's travel at the end of next session. You will have your Pokemon balls ready.
Yay! We'll have 2 of them.
And I guess a chance to also fix Point Pot's voice.
Yeah.
Tufer, you can do that in probably after the first encounter next week. So before the
I'll
second
just
one.
work out how to do it with
Yeah.
my own voice rather than try and make a filter again.
So there's there. But yes, you
Or
have
at least
2
check the
random
volume.
encounters left, so that'll square us up for that. Worst case scenario, if we end up getting through them really quickly, which I doubt, because we never do. But also because I actually like fleshing them out and it's quite fun.
Yeah, I enjoy
We'll
this.
just end early.
But side quests.
Side quests.
Side
And even
gimmicks.
it's never mind if it's a neutral encounter that turns hostile, that's more loot. Because anything can be loot if you try
Since
hard.
they have loot.
Everything is loot if you try hard enough.
That's fair.
Yeah, because they're pet food loot.
I mean,
But-
yeah.
With that, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Tune in next week as we finish up the journey to the jungle, and tune in next year for the realm of Izel, a humid, jungle-filled land where things sliver and grung are sacrificed on an altar.
Oh,
Yay.
Sacrificial frog.
not shattered cribbage.
That's kind of sacrificial.
Thank you all, and good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.
Oh, damn it, dude.
Out my end.
Okay. This was a ton of fun. I love that we got to just flesh out a bit more of just the bits and bobs and adorable bits happened. Hilarious bits happened. And, yeah, that's very fun in general. I also like that both fire elementals end up basically next to each other. As well.
Oh my god, I can do a teenage crush segment for Sod Off.
Oh, no.
Yes.
She's out of your league, babe. She's out of your league.
But yeah, anyway, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, tune in next week. Where what am I doing next week? Oh yeah, next Monday's gonna be a fun one because I decided what the tier list is gonna be. I'm doing next because we've got 3 left, I think, for the year. Yeah, there's 3 Mondays left. So next week is going to be fossil Pokemon, which should be a fun one because I love my fossil Pokemon. But yeah, so we've got that next Monday, and we've got various streams during the week as usual. And next Friday's the last Alterra of the year, as said. So it will be probably the last Friday stream of the year. Or I might do some fuck aroundy stuff on Fridays until then. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the show. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Keep playing video games. Keep you awesome, guys. All the best to Twitch. Thank you, Chris, for GMing. Thank you, everybody, for playing. This was a hilarious time. Bob, take the fuck care of yourself, dude. Anyway, see ya!
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.